go.
Welcome back, everybody, to another session. Last session had to be postponed, but we are once again together again. You kind of left off on a bit of an emotional note last time. You're still in Strandford after your little adventure. Always up to something, and usually not on purpose. Who would like to recount what happened last time? Ram, memory check.
Today? I like that. Do that.
You can go ahead.
So, last session, since I'm usually the one who does the recaps, let's see. We all went out, so, in our separate ways, so I'm going to do it in order. So, Titanium and Ram went to this giant mall that might as well be a small, city-state, and,
Totally could be.
They got some, free donuts. They went to the equivalent of Dick's Sporting Goods, and yeah, free. And they were like, ooh, this is very. And basically, this version of Dick's Sporting Goods is more like IKEA, but for trainers. And it's like they got lost, and it's like they were browsing. It's like they saw TMs, a 3D printer that you could deploy on the field.
No TMs. Not been to the TM shop.
I was about to say, see, there were TMs.
Which, by the way, I could not be more happy about.
There are no TMs, but there were. I think that there were herald items. There was a tranquilizer rifle, a deployable 3D printer that you can use on the field. Some medicine for when you get down with the Black Death or whatever. It's some vest that can dissipate electrical energy and all sorts of other neat stuff.
The medicine was cheap and is deployable a lot like a one of those EpiPens.
Yeah.
Yeah. I already plan on buying one for each one of us, but I'm waiting for the end of the session when you give us the list of the stuff we can buy, right, Jem?
Yes, yep. I will work on that. I need to do a lot of math with that because I actually have to assign pricing to all of them that would make logical sense and practical sense. Logical sense being in-world economics, and practical sense being, can you fucking afford it? So
you're making things way too complicated, man.
Yeah, just put a price tag of $2 on everything. It's fine, don't worry.
So, but they were really there to get a pillow for Soul and blankets for what's her face back in the tribe? Pastel, yeah. And they got lost shopping, basically. Then it was on to me, which a few in-game hours earlier, I went into the mall to get myself a Pokegear. It's 5 minute stop. Then I went to this obviously not suspicious dock to meet my brother, and it would have been a touching moment if were it not for people using speakerphone while I am on Discord. Anyways,
I probably heard that.
I mean, that you lured him to a dark alley.
Yeah, you met him on the totally not suspicious dock and lured him into the totally not suspicious alleyway to have a totally not suspicious conversation.
We had a very not suspicious conversation, and I was this close to becoming a JoJo reference before I said Sunstone. He's like, what the fuck? And he's like, yeah, I was at Sunstone, bitch. And it's like,
yeah, if you initially tried to connect with your brother with a meme, it didn't work out. So then you had to actually think about what I had to do next.
Like, when I said Sunstone, I was the Kool-Aid man going, "Oh yeah, your world was shattered."
Yeah, because you hit a magic button. Turns out your brother did an investigation, and the Sunstone incident happened around the exact same time that you went missing, because they were looking.
Basically, if there was a GIF I could show, it's this dude. I basically reduced my brother into this dude right here. No one's gonna see it in the video, but
I'm not gonna see it either.
I don't care enough to look at it actually.
I see.
But I reduced him to a blubbering mess of tears and like.
Nah, I wouldn't go that far. He had a bit of manliness, resistance left. He was more in shock than anything.
And I met my best friend Turtle.
The "oh my god, I'm related to a weasel" moment.
He's like, "Oh, it's a miracle!"
Did you get fat?
And...
The answer is yes.
Oh god. And we go back to Eri, who fuck. She
No, she
was
didn't
about...
fuck yet.
Not yet.
What? Excuse me?
Anyways, if my...
I mean, you never know what the fossil lady might have in mind.
Anyways, like I was going to say, Hawthorne was like, so, I'm going to put a telephone in your brain, and I'm going to send you off to this, like, rock-type gym leader who specializes in fossil types, and it's like, it's like, you know, fossil Pokemon is like, oh, okay, and Ari's like,
sick, thanks.
yeah, and,
yeah, there was less "I'm doing this to you" and more "do you want to do this?" But continue.
Yeah, because, you know, she's the last one of us who hasn't evolved, and Hawthorne's like, yeah, you need to evolve, and Aries like, where do I sign up?
Yeah, that's
Ram.
That sounds about right.
Ram gets back and gets mad at Hawthorne. It's just like, bro, we weren't talking about it. Be polite. Why'd you have to bring it up like that, man?
And speaking of Ram, they got and Titania. Well, Ram and Titania, they ran to the coffee shop, and he's like, we're late, and then everyone's like, oh. And Titania reunited with her babies, basically, and Ram's like,
hey, 20-year-old babies.
The Electrum Z in Reed's face is like, teach me how to use this. Teach me.
Well, the adoption would look less peculiar now.
It's like, so yeah, that's my recap. I met my brother. Eri is going to go train. Ram is shoving his Electrum Z in Reed's face like, train me, bitch. And Titania met her babies again.
And I explained them roughly the situation.
Very, very roughly, and you almost bungled it. Once again, support coming in with the save. How do you prove that you're Titania? You sing.
The same, yeah. No, there was also the bit in RP that I managed to type out.
Yeah.
Titania saying, hey, we should meet up.
A little bit. Yeah, too.
Anyways, that's my recap.
Yay, recap.
Yay, recap. That was pretty much everything, yes. A bunch of other tiny little details happens, but that is where we will return. We are once again splitting the party a little into 3 separate groups with 3 different things going on. And you guys could either volunteer who goes first, or we can roll some dice.
I volunteer as tribute, since I feel like I've got the least stuff going on right now.
Yeah, you went last time, so how about you go first?
That too, you guys cut rolls.
Well, I will admit, I hope you have in mind something.
Sorry?
Well, you had your talk with Hawthorne. You've had some time to think about it a little bit now. Mull it over. You've done some training already, but it called for the day.
Yeah.
And we left off with you chilling. So, the next following hours were pretty mundane. Well, mundane in a very surreal way, because they remind you of the mundane days you would have as a human, surrounded by all these conveniences that you've been living without for a while.
Hot tub, my beloved.
This is where I mentioned that there was always a sauna. I just never brought it up.
Yeah, I know. Nice.
But, to be perfectly frank, unless you initiate something, people are usually going about their day.
Well, I think I need to go find the rest of the group and tell them that I'm about to fuck off.
They were supposed to go out and come back. If they don't come back, that's a cause for alarm. Because Hawthorne has enforced a curfew on the condition that you're allowed to leave.
I can go listen.
What was the curfew?
He said, please, for the love of God, Arceus, please come back by 10.
Oh, man.
What time would it seem to be now?
Shopping trip, meet up, going around town. Night 4-ish.
Okay.
Maybe a little less, more 3:30-ish. You've got 3 or 4 hours of daylight still.
Do I know what they went to do?
Marcus.
They, tell anyone?
Marcus kind of told what he was going to be doing. Right? You said you were...
if I recall correctly, I was like, "Oh shit, he's here!" BRB.
Yeah, you had this minor freak out where you're like, "My brother's here! Oh shit!" And
BRB.
the other 2 went with you to give you backup. You know that Titania was going to go do a short shopping trip after you heard that she extorted Hawthorne. So, well, actually, that was
that was Ram that extorted.
That was Ram.
Titania tried to extort him.
Hey, I
did
got
a good
1K
job,
extra, okay? I got extra funds, so I technically did extort him.
Alright,
and you guys were like, "This is so much money!" And then you got there and saw the prices, like, that cheapskate.
I'd call you something offensive, but I feel like YouTube.
But, yes. Then you knew that she was going to go meet up with Aya, and who would most likely have Reeve with them based on some things that were mentioned, and meet up with her Vulpixes, which she wouldn't shut up about because she was practically vibrating on the spot in excitement.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I'd say unless Hawthorne wants to do anything like, I don't know, like when the fucking ear implants were supposed to happen, especially, considering that Aerie doesn't really have any, just like, or well, she has like inward, I don't know, birds are fucking weird. But I feel like I would go look around the shopping district and see if I can't locate where they are. I mean, it's probably... Ari hasn't seen it yet, but it's probably big as hell.
It's the Mega Omega Mart.
Yeah.
It's not a Mega Mart, it's an Omega Mart.
Who do you go out with?
That's like I was considering.
Hawthorne would stop you and be like, I let the others go because they had supervision.
Well, can I get supervision?
He considers. Okay, so Hawthorne's remaining lead landing is not as fast. The only ones here, well, would be... He'll pause and cross his arms.
Just
we're actually getting started. And we'll ask, well, what do you hope to be doing out there?
Just gonna book the others.
You're just gonna wander?
Yeah. See what they have in the stores. By the way, I'm not doing a voice because I'm writing this down. That would feel weird. Unless, like, one of the people that write stuff down as they write it or type it. I don't know. I mean, I am one of those people, but... Nah.
You know, if you wanted...
If you... Music.
This isn't quite the same. Well, if you wanted to go shopping, then you probably should have went with your friends.
Hey, man. I've got... And now that I know that I have more things that I need to do, I need to tell them, you know, hey guys, I'm gonna be out.
You think...
I mean, I could just wait, but like...
Don't you think that would be something best to approach them with when they get here?
I mean...
End of the day.
You know, I was kind of gonna do that and then drag them back here, but yeah, I don't know what the fuck they're doing, so...
Do you have any money?
No.
So you're just going to browse?
Look, I don't know. Yeah?
I don't know where your friend Marcus would be, but we do have that address that your friends Titania and Ram were supposed to meet with those trainers.
I cannot right now. Jesus fucking Christ. You know what? Hold on. I need a fuck. On second thought, just skip to someone else then. I feel very put on the spot.
What, did you want to... that's what I was like, you want to do something?
I don't know, man!
Okay.
Fuck.
Well, considering, you stayed home alone. That's what happens.
Sure, lovely. Sounds great.
Go with your friends next time. Considering the relevance to it, to the other one, I will make a call here on who goes next. Ram, Titania. You're still having your emotional moment. Ram is still crying, still shoving things in his food, shoving food in his mouth. You're running out of food. Ariva started to slowly inch away from... But nonetheless, he shares the same empathetic expression towards what's going on over there. And you just shared some words about what you remember happening with David and Pearl.
Mm-hmm.
And as you pause for them to kind of absorb that, and they're still holding you, and Aya's still watching silently, doesn't want to interrupt the moment, something inevitably does. He's not even here, and he somehow manages to do it as you feel your phone vibrate.
Yeah, the message from Marcus. I mean, I check it, and if it's Marcus' message, I send him the address of this place.
Yeah, when you open it up, you see 2 replies. Somehow you missed the first one. First one is Hawthorne asking, "Yeah, what's up?" basically. While the other one you just now got was from Marcus that says, and I quote, "We need to meet up."
Yeah. I mean, to that we need to meet up. I send him the address of the coffee place, and to Hawthorne, I take a selfie with my 2 Pokemon, and I send it to Hawthorne.
Taking selfies even now. You really are.
I mean, sometimes a picture is quicker than having to write a message.
You see Aya's eyes dart to the phone and then back to you. Pokemon with a mobile plan.
What did you say? Sorry?
Hold on, just a sec. I need to get back up for 1 moment, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Sorry. Pokemon with a mobile plan as a witty remark to Titania having a fucking phone.
Yeah, no, I understand. But doesn't matter. I'm gonna do a thing anyways. Can we wait for like tomorrow to break the news to our future trainers, quotation marks?
Or what?
Ram might be dragging Reeve home.
Nice.
Just because Reeve said that Aya was attacked.
It's more because like didn't we want I mean the rest of the day because to be about hope and boosting his mood.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I wanted to be like, true. Oh yeah, tomorrow we do serious stuff.
That's true. No, yeah, because Ram wants to have Happy Hope Day.
Yeah, that's why. She couldn't wait to meet her Pokemon, but then it's back to Happy Hope Day.
I hope that Oracle is standing right next to Ram, so that Ram can grab Oracle's like little like cape thing and then wipe his eyes with it.
You need to wait for Silas. I want to see the
freaking blow his nose.
Oh my god.
Like, excuse me.
Gets a death stare from Oracle. It's fine. It's fine. I was sad, okay? I love that Ram is such a bitch sometimes.
Oh, you love that? Okay.
I love it. I love it so much.
That's fair. All right.
I mean, it's one of those people that you're either his friend or his enemy.
Pretty much. You're either on his good list or his shit list. One or the other.
Yeah. Brr.
Brr.
Sorry,
I tried to fucking scream when I had like water in my mouth, so I just spit all over my wall, and I'm like, God, I'm a fucking ass.
Attaboy.
Good job.
Big brain. Proud of you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
dude,
big
I
brain.
have the fucking smallest brain right now. I was like, oh yeah, let me try to do a session without taking my goddamn meds. First fucking 5 minutes of me talking, I'm like, God damn it, why am I so stupid? And honestly, fair. Silas was like, you better have a plan about what you're doing, and I'm like, oh, my brain fucking stopped.
And your brother's like, fuck.
And I'm like,
expectations, I'm out.
Weren't you
I don't have a
learning
plan.
a move?
I don't even fucking remember.
Wasn't he teaching
Didn't
you
you get
dual wing
Rooster?
beat?
Yeah, didn't you get Roost or something to the
No,
to the
you're talking about dual wing beat. You didn't have Roost, although I do want to check out the TM shop to see if they have Roost. I feel like dual wing beat. I have no fucking clue.
I mean, if we buy a TM, we are taking it with us, so there is no problem. The dual wing beat, ideally, you give it back to him.
Yeah,
I'm back.
fair.
Sorry.
Welcome back.
Hi, I'm not whining, I swear.
Hey, Silas.
Ram was doing a funny, yes.
Hey, Silas. Is Oracle near Ram?
They're enjoying a drink in the same booth, yes.
Okay, so Ram is gonna grab Oracle's little cape and wipe his face with it.
You're going to wipe your face with a flesh cape?
Yes.
Flesh cape, goddamn.
Flesh cape, yes.
Foreskin.
He's gonna look at Oracle and say, I was sad, okay?
Oracle is just going to look at you, and you see that frown deepen just slightly.
Ram resists
Cheryl-
blowing his nose.
No, no.
God.
You see the little bit you got on their cape just levitate off into a little ball that gently drops onto your plate. First lesson of psychics: use your mind to keep yourself cleaned.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, afterwards, when after Aya sees me take the selfie and I send all the messages that I need, I write her. Today is Happy Hope Day. Tomorrow we can talk about things.
She nods.
I need to ask you something and tell you something.
She pauses for a moment and just grins slightly. Sure. We can take this at your pace.
Mhm.
I know this must be a lot.
I mean, I said, yeah, but it's also Hope. He needs to, be put under for like 2 weeks. So we wanted to
Her
boost
eyes
his mood.
Her eyes snap open wider, and her jaw hangs open a little. What?
It's the right way of saying it in English, right? When you are knocked out. Yeah.
Yeah, put under.
Yeah, we need to put Hope to sleep.
For euthanasia.
Yeah, for 2 weeks.
Forever.
Yes.
Euthanize the
Another
puppy.
way you could put it is just put it is like Hope will be under the knife, even though there's no literal knife around.
She holds Hope a little bit tighter to her chest Why? What's wrong?
It's called DNA therapy. How did the author call it?
Gene therapy.
Gene therapy. Yeah, she just writes gene therapy.
She blinks and she looks down at Hope with a deeply concerned expression, which Hope kind of returns with a blank one.
Attaboy.
It's like it's Saturday. It's Tuesday for me.
Hope is still a little like along for the ride at this point.
Yeah. Well, they told me to do it. I'll do it.
But she pats him on the head. I'm sure everything will be just fine.
I write, it's our turn doing it, so I'm sure it's all gonna be perfectly fine.
She looks at the name and looks slightly confused. Hawthorne? And you do, Ram, you do see Reeve kind of look over at her in a way that gives you the impression he might have recognized that name. Which would make sense. He's a Pokemon professor.
Didn't Ram already tell Reeve that he needed to go see Hawthorne?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I add, it's where we're staying.
Okay. Well, come on. Let's put everything, all the heavy stuff on hold for today. Let's enjoy ourselves.
Yep. I also invited my Marcus, the Flotso. My God, my brain, Flotso. Yes, and I think I got in contact with one of his friends too, but it's not a Pokemon; it's a human.
This is news to you, Ram.
Oh.
That apparently Marcus has succeeded in first contact.
Ram frowns and then kind of like brightens up and waves to Deva and Pearl like, "Hi guys, I'm Tanya's friend."
The two of them look at you kind of with a bit spaced out expressions and with wet faces. You can still see that they're still a little shell shocked.
Yeah. And they are getting patted by my free hand. I have mastered the art of the smartphone. I only need one hand.
3 foxes. Foxes have learned to head pat each other.
Evolution.
What was that meme about dogs learning how to pet themselves? At each other. Right.
They can tell each other they are good boys.
Reeve stays in the booth with Ram and Oracle, but Aya calls a waiter over. And just orders all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
For the floor.
More stuff.
For Hope, Deva, Pearl, and Titania. There are at least 2 of you that's very clearly stressy.
Wait, who's the second one? The stressed? One is Ram, and the other one.
The other one is Pearl.
Uh-huh.
Ram is gonna force himself in Reeves' lap and point over like food.
He looks at them and looks at you and seems to relent a little as he gets some more stuff for his table as well.
This is fine.
As Deva is the first really who had the most animate reactions, eventually speaks up and starts to bombard you with questions.
Ah, yes.
Oh no.
The machine gun questions.
Where have you been all this time?
Well, as I told you, my memories are only about 3 months. Is it 3 months, 4 months? I lose count of the time. We are like 4 months old right now, right?
Getting there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My memories are only about like 4 months old, more or less. I was born from an egg, and then I remembered where I was. I barely remembered anything about the rest before.
You really hatched from an egg?
Yeah.
What did they do to you? She looks at Pearl, and Pearl looks at her, and they both kind of share a look of confusion and maybe a little worry.
Well, I am perfectly fine right now. And, well, I'm already working on finding out what happened to me.
Wait a minute, did you set this whole thing up?
What do you mean? I asked Aya if she could adopt you two, so you didn't have to spend time in a shelter.
You see their ears flatten slightly at the mention of the shelter. So how did you find us?
Internet.
They get this exasperated look on each other's face. Like humans.
Yeah, of course. I like about right now I have most of my memories.
Did you find the others too?
I know as them. I have not taken contact with them yet.
Are you going to go find them too?
If I have the time, yes. I want to make sure they are fine.
Pearl speaks up. What are you going to do now? You can't be a trainer anymore.
Nope. I mean, I wasn't really a trainer. I was a contest. I did contests, but yeah,
David kind of rolls her eyes. You know what she means.
Well, I mean, right now I'm a wild Pokemon, at least for the time being. I don't know. I mean, ideally I would like you two to stay with Aya. It's not safe to stay with me.
They frown for a moment and look over at Aya, who returns the look, knowing you're all talking to each other, but not what about. And very clearly her name came up. She kind of just fidgets there on the spot before looking back at you. And Deva kind of narrows her eyes. What do you mean trouble?
Well, there have been... Look, it confuses me to no end. There is bad people that want to acquire me and my friends. And we want to take down these bad people before they can hurt us and the people around us.
They both go a little bit pale They're not the people that...
What happened?
They're not the people that's... You see Pearl is shutting down a little bit as Deva is trying to find the words. As she kind of just gets in a 1,000-yard stare. A very, for someone who worked with Pokemon with issues, very clearly a traumatic reaction to something.
I give her a pat and I say, it's fine. Well, don't worry about it.
That's... killed you?
From what we were told and found out, most likely.
They both shudder and, like, try to bury themselves further into you, which isn't possible.
More deeper in my fur. And I'm like, well, don't worry about it. They tried and tried multiple times, and every time me and my friends came out on top.
The last time we saw you, they were taking you away.
Yeah.
The people in the white coats.
Were they from Downstone or from the or were they bad people?
They look at each other uncertain. They weren't with the bad people.
They weren't, right?
No.
Okay. Well,
they fought back against them.
Well, it took them around 10 years to do anything with us, but in the end, they managed to do whatever they were trying to do. I am testament that they succeeded.
You hear a very quiet whisper from Pearl. Can we change the subject?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I'd prefer to, Diva. As I said, it confuses me to no end.
David looks a little annoyed, but also a little like, oops, when she notices how much the questions have been kind of bothering the both of you. She kind of quickly tries to change the subject. So, I still can't really believe it. What's it like?
To be a Pokemon? A human-turned Pokemon or a wild Pokemon, she says.
Well, yeah. I don't even imagine... I can't even imagine what it'd be like if I turned into a human someday.
Well, given that I was born as a Pokemon, it was pretty nice up until the fucking panic attack started without the curse words. But aside from that, when my memory stabilized a bit and wasn't too bad, I always wanted to be able to talk to Pokemon. Without being awkward.
Pearl speaks up. Are you sure you're okay?
Well, I'm as okay as I could be.
They don't seem entirely convinced.
No. She's like a way to. She used very much a way to give an answer that doesn't mean anything.
And you see Deva pick up a little paw and point over Ram who freezes, noticing the attention, with half a pancake in their face. Who the hell is that?
Well, they ended up in the same situation as me. And they were at Sandstone too when everything went down, just probably in different places.
Ram is chewing on his food, and he like lifts up a paw, and he's like, "My name's Ram. He's eating."
So he was human too, huh?
Mm-hmm. Other than him, there is two more, and it's Marcus. No, what? Yeah. Marcus the Floxel and Airy, the Pokemon I forget the name of.
Ram.
No, it's
Ram glances at Hope.
Archen. Yes, it's an
that's
Archen.
correct.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And well, technically Hope too, but he has been. Well, let's say he has been treated very badly by the people that are trying to capture us.
Hope's ears go down just a fraction as the two Vulpixes look over at him with a look of sympathy. Almost like they can relate.
Mm-hmm. So the thing is, like, but enough about me. What happened to you two after I disappeared? I know that they interrogated you, but past that, I have no idea what happened.
Their ears go down as they kind of look down at the ground. When you went away, I need to check something.
Sure.
Time for
Salad.
Salad. Salad.
It's time. For sure.
Just so you know, I've been back, so
Yeah, I know.
I still don't know how you guys think this is like calm music. This shit is depressing.
yeah, like I was like, please change the music because this is sad. I'm tired of being sad.
It's kind
This
of a
makes me
sad.
feel like
It's kind of
crying.
a sad situation, honestly.
That's fair.
I mean, Ram is basically half climbing into Reeves' jacket without realizing it while he's eating. Like he's like, "Okay, comfort. I need comfort. Give me pats.
Copium.
Comfort me, trainer.
Give me pats.
Hope,
Where are my
Steve,
pats?"
You want sad? I'll give you sad.
Cease.
See, I feel like this is more calm than the other music. I mean, it's still definitely sad.
Everything's sad. Life is sad. Existence is sad.
That's
Sad.
fair. Understandable, actually.
Eternal Quest.
Dude, I imagine Reeve is super uncomfortable because his fat ass Raichu is shoving himself in his jacket
This-
right now while eating pancakes and getting freaking syrup everywhere.
God
This is
damn it!
calm.
Not as much as you
It's
might
not
think.
time to cry, Zerzan. It's not time to cry.
What?
Not yet.
This is the calm music.
Okay, there. Hopefully that's better. Now, where was I? Oh yes, looking for this.
You know what? Ram is hugging his tail. It's too big to rub now. He's just hugging it. It's fine.
Okay, right. I remember. Found it. This was kind of buried. I should have found this again before the session. But the Discord screamed. Pearl is kind of shutting down again, which is pretty normal from her. It's definitely clear to you that a little bit of the progress you had made has been reverted.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Makes sense.
But Davis speaks up. Well, and you see her get a look of suppressed irritation, which informs you that she's actually suppressing seething rage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, at first, your parents tried to take us in.
She says literally like, I guess you guys lasted like a whole lot of 1 week at most.
It was
Yeah. I know exactly.
But actually, they never got us.
Oh.
Yeah, Bonnie stopped.
Sorry, I didn't hear.
Bonnie? Bonnie stopped them from doing it?
Yeah.
She wouldn't let the adoption go through.
Mm-hmm.
She used the fact that your parents didn't have trainer licenses. And that as one of your closer friends, she knew your history and with your parents and knew you wouldn't want us to go back there and made an appeal. When she did that, I'm not exactly sure what happened, but I think I think your parents gave her a lot of money to forget the whole thing. I don't understand them, and I don't understand human things like that. But it sounded like she won because we never went to them.
Mm-hmm. Probably
I don't know what happened.
Mm-hmm. And then what happened? You guys were sent to a shelter?
We were sent to a shelter, and it didn't really go so well.
Yeah.
They sent us to a different shelter. Like the shelters we were in before you found us. First shelter was not for problem Pokemon. That's eventually the others found someone. But not us.
Well, on one... The bright side of it is that it made it easy for me to find you guys, even though it took 10 years.
You hear Pearl mutter, "We're not anyone else's Pokemon."
Well, now it's okay. Now it's all gonna be okay. And I give Pearl a pat, and I say, "Well, sadly, as I told you two, one, it's not safe to stay with me. You two are not fighting ones. Nor would I want to train you two to be fighting ones.
Forget that.
And
you just got back, and now you want to leave? No, we'll learn to fight if we have to.
Well, it's more complicated than that, and don't worry. As I told Aya, tomorrow I'm gonna speak with her, and we can see what we can do. I cannot in good conscience take you guys to the wilderness. What if something happened to you two? I wouldn't be able to keep on going.
Well, I mean, you learned. How hard could it be?
Well,
you see Pearl elbow Deva.
Well, first of all, it requires a lot of hurt, she says to Devon.
She puffs out her cheeks.
And I'm sure you don't want any more of that. And you'd also lose all of the commodities of being with a human. Which is also something I don't want, though.
They lock us in a room all day anyway.
Well, so did I until you opened up a bit. I gave you your box to stay hidden in.
They both kind of frown. And they kind of look at each other for a moment, talk with their eyes before they both nod and both look at you. We're not losing you again.
Yeah, no, don't worry. I don't want to lose you two either. We're gonna come up with something.
And that's when the food gets there.
Yep. Eating. Yes.
And while you have been having your moment with the two of them, Aya's been coddling Hope, which is why you brought him.
Yes.
Ever since she has heard that apparently he's going to do some sort of gene therapy, she has been almost oppressive.
Yes.
To the little Eevee.
It's less awkward when a human does it.
This has caused them to contemplate their place in the universe. Reva's kind of just taking it.
Is he hugging the marshmallow Raichu?
He's not hugging them, Raichu.
That's okay. Ram's drinking his drink. It's fine.
He seems annoyed with Ram, but also extraordinarily patient. Ram, you have a feeling that if he knew, he would be much less patient with you. Because he might start to expect you to follow human etiquette.
No.
Yeah. I mean, I'm wondering what the fuck Estes is thinking about all of this talking.
Once she overheard some of the subject being discussed, she immediately kind of hit the sass button to off. And she's kind of just sitting there kind of wide-eyed at some of the things that are being talked about.
So what?
She also had this moment where she looks away with a 1,000-yard stare that just screamed, "Everything makes so much more sense now."
No, yeah. It wasn't just a weird Fennekin.
Or a weird weasel on the computer.
Yeah.
Hey, I was just looking at memes, okay?
Exactly. Pokemon don't look at memes.
I know, but you didn't care. Like,
Pokemon create the memes.
It's like a cat looking at cat memes.
But Ram looks down at you after a moment. That seems to be going well. Small world, huh?
Ram kind of shrugs and climbs out of Reeves' jacket. He's not like crying anymore, and he nods. But he's looking like wistfully at them, like staring. Not like staring daggers, but he's definitely like blatantly staring.
He notices, but doesn't say anything with no context. Probably knows that you're close to those Vulpixes over there too. Because apparently you're a squad of troublemakers last he saw you. But, Titania, you continue to talk with them. They continue to ask you about where you hatched and about Misty Grove Tribe.
I mean,
they've never heard of a society when it comes to wild Pokemon, and they're pretty curious about it.
I mean, I answered them. At the best I can.
But Ram is going to look at Oracle and just say, so is it going to be a problem if I drag Reeve to Hawthorne?
They look at you and seem to consider a few things before they shrug. I mean, I don't really know what you intend to tell them there. Just let Hawthorne handle it?
He said that they got attacked. I think it's because of us.
Well, yeah, I picked that much up.
Ram frowns. He needs protection.
She kind of looks at him, kind of gets his measure. He doesn't seem half bad. He's kind of got that confidence to him.
Ram is gonna, like, kind of float up and ruffle Reeves' hair. Like, he's a good one. I just don't want him to die.
She, their eyebrows raise a little bit as they. Yeah, that's fair. I suppose you don't exactly have a long list of befriended humans, huh?
Ram actually like looks kind of sad, and his ears go down when she says that, and he's like, "Not at all, really."
I can understand if it makes it a little awkward. I can imagine that when you first became Pokemon, there was a bit of a reality check for their situation we find ourselves in. Particularly our relationship with humans. And how humans can get a little excited about the unusual. She kind of glances down to the edge of a Pokeball sitting on Reeve's waistline.
Is it a duale?
Possible.
All right, Ram, didn't you want to see a duale?
He brought it up, but Reeve suggested now might not be the best place for him.
Nothing like a giant "fuck you, bear cat" in the middle of a cafe.
Yeah, this cafe is Pokemon tolerant, but there are limits.
There are limits. Well,
You guys already have a bunch of Pokemon out and about. Most of them are vaguely psychic type. As messy as your eating, Ram, it's still significantly better than some.
I can make it worse, you know.
Why would you?
Attention.
And you see Oracle kind of look over their shoulder over at Aya, who doesn't notice it and is still focused on Titania and the others. And I think that girl over there might be psychic.
Ooh. How do you know?
It's faint, but if you focus on it and you're trained to notice it, mainly, you can kind of tell the difference. Everything has a kind of psychic sensitivity to it, and other psychic types are louder, I guess.
Can Ram float over to Aya?
I don't know if she's particularly strong or not, but I'm pretty sure she's got something. Ram can easily levitate over to Aya, who is still feeding Hope things, and Hope is eating.
Ram's gonna
Hope is definitely eating a lot.
Ram's gonna write in the notebook, psychic type Aya? ? And show it to her.
She looks over at you and blinks as she reads it and looks up to you slightly confused. Well, yeah, a little. Not much, though.
Ram looks over at Oracle like, yep, she knows.
she knows.
Not enough to do anything like picking things up with my mind or not, but it really helps me understand how people are feeling around me.
Empathy.
Oh, at that, Ram is going to immediately back away.
She frowns.
Ram does a fake smile and then goes and sits back next to Reeve.
Oracle raises an eyebrow at you.
I don't want to ruin the moment. He's going to say very quietly to Oracle,
I think she does a good job of hiding how she really feels.
Ram says, I'm not that good at that. And he kind of like starts shoving food in his mouth.
Oh, by the way, did I hear him when he mentioned taking Reeve to Hawthorne? I guess so, because we are at the same time. Close enough, right?
So you got some pretty big honking ears, but at the same time, they're stuffed. So
You have Vulpix's stuffed in your ear.
Inside alert.
Let's see. Are my points in the right place? I don't trust the fucking thing anymore. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, that's a lot of successes.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I'm gonna guess that you heard me.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna...
I just love that Ram is like terrorizing Reeve while he can get away with it.
I mean, Titania would just mention that if we are inviting Reeve over, we should invite Aya too tomorrow. But we should invite both of them tomorrow.
Ram is gonna look over at Titania and kind of raise up the Z crystal, like, yeah, I need a trainer. So,
yep. yeah, I need a trainer, and I say, so do I.
Ram is gonna Ram is definitely staring at the Vulpixes, like, wants to say hi, wants to talk to them, not going to do it.
I mean, if she catches you staring, she's like, hey, if you want to talk to them, talk to them.
6.
Yes.
Talk to who?
No, it's... We assumed that it was a yes, and we went along.
Okay.
Ram wants to talk to the foxes, and Titania is like, well, if they want to talk, you can talk to them.
They both kind of look over at you, silently and expectantly.
Ram is very, like, suddenly, like, on the spotlight, like, he's very nervous, and he's like, I'm been with Titania the whole time. We hatched at the same time. I'm not gonna let anything happen to her. And Ram goes silent.
And the thing is, like, plus, after you see Marcus, you'll see that I'm very well protected.
Roll me.
Excited, but
No.
Dang. Also, is it me or Ram?
Ram.
Ah, okay.
Perform cool.
Nice.
All 4 dice.
Hey, 4 dice is good.
With my track record? No.
Show me your confident face.
2 successes.
They both seem doubtful, but not disbelieving. And you see Deva. Well, first of all, you said you've only been around for 4 months.
That's a long time.
And you're already a Raichu? So I guess there's something about that to be said. And you see Pearl scoff and mutter under her breath. All he needs to do that is a stone.
Ram is immediately retreating back beside Reeve. Ram is being bullied. He is running away.
Titania chuckles and says, I'm sorry, Ram. They are a bit prickly.
Ram's like, yeah, they wouldn't be saying that if they knew my medical expertise.
Titania, you do notice that Pearl still does have her Everstone around her neck.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's default Pearl for her, so she wouldn't question it.
She has the same necklace as Hope.
Mm-hmm. It's more like she lost her whole family for it. So,
oh god,
she was like, yes, nothing is gonna take that away.
Ram's gonna write on his paper to Reeve and just say rough crowd.
He will slowly nod. He will pull a pencil from his own jacket and follow it up on the paper just so he doesn't say it out loud.
Fucking extension notes.
And he says, that looked a lot like what happens when I approach wild Pokemon that aren't happy to see me.
Ram draws a frown face.
Cue the raptor meme with Brad Pitt. With his hands up. We will divert our attention a little. If TTS would stop lagging.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It's time for the...
Enough rambling for one moment.
Stop bullying your trainer, you overgrown rodent.
Yeah.
It's karma.
It's karma.
It's
Yeah,
karma.
I was about to
It
say.
probably is karma. Let's not even lie here.
It is
Okay,
instant karma.
fair enough.
If anything, Ram is Reeves' trainer at this point.
It's fine.
Also, I'm gonna be right back for 5 minutes. I'm gonna go actually make popcorn.
Oh,
Popcorn.
Reeves
Oh,
is going
no.
to pick up Ram and curb stomp him the moment he realizes that he's been
Yes!
human the whole time.
It's fine. Ram's getting away with murder
that?
right now. It's fine. It's worth it.
Okay.
You manipulative little rodent!
Yeah, and your girlfriend cuddles me all the time too. How you feel about that one?
Pulls gun out. These are dark type
Oh.
rounds.
Oh,
Oh, no.
God, no. Oh no.
So, Rowan has pulled himself together a little bit. He went from shell-shocked, he went from defensive to suspicious to enraged to dubious to shell-shocked to calm down to defensive again. When your friend showed up,
It's
to dubious, calming down a little again.
I mean, to be fair, Fiona was like that frame of like Shaggy getting like touched his shoulder. So, anyways.
Well, first of all, she's looking extreme. She looks human right now. She's not hovering. She's standing there. She has a fucking nose, ignore the other.
Uh-huh.
And
By the way,
if it wasn't for the fact that you knew, huh?
You're kind of robot-y.
Oh, that's not great. I'm going to continue, but if it gets worse, let me know.
Zerzan, you're the one roboting.
Well,
Almost
Connection. Connection Fritzy, because none of you are roboting to me. Yay.
Yeah.
Weird.
But
Problem on your end.
yeah, if it wasn't for the fact that you knew she wasn't human, you wouldn't be able to tell, other than the fact that has Rowan so defensive, the fact that she just casually jumped 2 stories and landed on her feet off the roof. But he's calmed down a little bit since all that and introductions. And the spider that is eating his subtile behind him.
No.
We hardly knew ye. But after some short talks and give him a little time to process, you hear a ding from a pouch on your side.
I looked at Fiona. So, question. we're on the dock, right? Still, right?
Yes.
Or, well, just in case, I'm going to. We'll roll. Can I roll insight plus alert first, because I'm paranoid?
Sure.
Paranoid,
What are you looking for?
People, so I can, so they don't see this giant Floatzel answer a text message.
The Floatzel with a bunch of gear and bags on him.
I'm paranoid, okay?
You're still alone in the suspicious dock alleyway.
And I'm going to pull out the Pokegear, open it, and see the address, and say, "Well, that was quick, thankfully." I got an address, and I'm going to follow that to the what's it called, Dasher? The Google Maps analog.
Pokemaps.
I'm going to look at the Pokemaps and oh, it's coffee shop. That's where they are.
It's about halfway across town. It's a bit of a walk.
Is there any possible way for public transport or anything like that, or?
There are automated buses.
When's the next bus?
Roll me a D6.
Fuck.
You just missed it. The closest one to you leaves at 4, and the clock reads 4:01.
Yeah.
And it's about 5 minutes away. And it was heading into this part of town.
I facepalm and say, "Oh, god damn it."
Rowan looks at you a bit curiously, eyebrow raised. He seems a little drained from his experience. At least he doesn't seem like a ticking time bomb anymore.
I'm going to whisper Fiona, I got a text message from Titania to say we meet up, but we missed the bus by a minute, so...
I guess we're walking then.
Yeah, though, I point to Turtle Man and say, I hate to say this, but, he's my best friend and all, but, could you at least tell everyone to probably, return him so we can make good time?
He narrows his eyes a moment. And he nods as he recalls both of them. Jur kind of just has his arms crossed. He's still absorbing this whole thing, and you're all still complete strangers. He's only ever heard about you. But Colin offers you a grin and doesn't seem to mind at all before they both vanish in beams of red light.
Now that that's over, how about we have a bit of a brisk walk through my friends, shall we?
Yeah. Hold on a minute. Let me check something. You see him reach into his back pocket and pull out a Pokédex. And just with a kind of exasperated expression, he immediately points it at Fiona and it dings. Rotom Android. Uh-huh.
Almost.
She looks a little embarrassed. Yeah, nice try. He puts it back in his pocket.
Don't be mad at her, please. It's just... It's the one bridge we have between the conversation. Just...
Yeah, I noticed when you had a conversation. He looks over at Fiona. So you're the reason that they're getting around so well. Well, at the moment, they've somehow managed without me, other than the time that they... Never mind, so... Where are we going?
Fiona this look like... my friends are at some sort of coffee shop. Probably meeting with Aya and a simp.
You didn't have a lot of friends, did you?
No.
I can tell. Let's get going.
And I'm going to go to like a brisk walk, not a run, but I'm trying to make like time.
You see Rowan's eyes open up a bit wide when she first says that, looking at you. And then you see him actually get a bit... you see his jaw clench as he actually looks pretty ticked off about that comment towards you. Because he knows things. Well, of course he doesn't have any friends. We fucking locked him in his room all day.
I noticed it and just like club a finger like, you don't know? I'm not saying it, but I'm like, it's like the look, I'm trying to tell her, she don't know that.
This is going to go great, you hear Small say. Well, at least we didn't have to take you to the Poke Center because you got beat up by your own brother. Let's go!
Don't remind me.
I wonder if they let spiders into the shop. Probably not, Fiona says.
Well, I have you know that spiders when someone I consider a friend at least, so...
You guys start to make your way across the city by foot.
Like, I'm in a brisk walk, like I said, not running, I'm like...
Smalls can keep up pretty easily. Fiona's just levitating after you guys. And Rowan matches your pace. And Rowan looks over at you as you guys walk. Dex said you're unregistered.
Unregistered.
No surprise, no one can force you into a Pokeball. Sooner probably break their spine.
I grin at that comment, which I take as a compliment.
Still, though, you sure it's a good idea to be, like, in town? And then he takes a moment to look you over and he's like, oh, I get it. Camouflage, huh?
I say nothing, but I give him I raise my eyebrow if I had any.
If you look like a top Pokemon, no one's going to bat an eye.
I nod.
But so you're not the only one, huh?
I nod.
And I'm guessing not a lot of people know, do they? Because you were being hunted?
And I count my fingers, I mentally count Clint, probably knows, Hawthorne definitely knows. You know, and I bite my lips and shrug about the other two, and it's like, just, and I whisper to Fiona, just in case, if Reeve and I are there, just tell him not to, say anything out loud. Not yet.
He frowns and nods. It's still lightly snowing, which doesn't bother you at all. It's still a little chilly out. You make your way through the town. It's a pretty freaking huge city, and it takes you a while to get there. As you can see the sun starting to go down in the sky. Roll me a d6.
One.
So I see. Roll me inside alert.
I got all successes.
5.
What do I experience with my senses?
You're walking along, and it's a little crowded. And, You get to a kind of plaza area where a bit of the commotion, a bit of the foot traffic gets a bit denser. And you're going through kind of bombarded by everything going on and the commotion of things. When you catch the scent of something, something that's vaguely familiar to you, only because you remember the last time you smelled it, you were in a bit of a tense situation.
Uh-oh.
As you smell a whiff of a very particular kind of body spray, perhaps?
Body spray.
Indeed, a rather distinct one. As you kind of rack your brain for a moment, as you pause just because of the familiarities, you try to place this, And you realize the last time you smelt this cologne wasn't happened to be in a ruins and in a smuggling operation.
What?
You remember that the Power Ranger, quote unquote, had this kind of smell.
A shadow falls over my face as I look to Ruin.
He stops after taking a few steps, noticing that you stopped, turns on his heel and looks over at you with a questioning expression, but doesn't say anything.
I have a stone cold expression on my face as I say to Fiona, I smell this cologne. And it's not good.
Yeah, they really need to work on some of those, don't they? They don't really consider Pokemon how we feel about it.
No. That's something even worse. So, we busted a poaching operation. Leader had this same set clones.
She blinks.
No joke.
It could be a coincidence. He's probably not the only person in the world using it, but Rowan looks over at her. What's up? Your brother. Says he might be smelling a smuggler?
Not smuggler, poacher.
Poacher. You see his expression darken too. And he looks around as you're utterly surrounded in a crowd. You're utterly surrounded in a crowd, and Marcus, nobody is wearing his getup. And everyone appears to be just going about their day.
I say we leave. I do not like this.
He says we should get out of here. Yeah, let's go.
And it's less more. I go less more bricks walking more to like. I'm starting to run a little. Not full on sprint, but it's definitely a run.
You get out there in a very nondescript kind of way.
And am I stopped on the way? Thank you.
I really need to find a middle ground. But, yes, you eventually make it out of that plaza and quite a bit further along. And inside alerts.
Three.
You're kind of on alert now, and you don't think you're being followed. As Smalls speaks up, I don't think anybody's following us.
At least it's Smalls. If they don't let you in the shop, keep a lookout. Just in case.
I'm a lot less discreet than I used to be. But I got it.
Yeah, no one's gonna tangle giant with you though.
and before someone calls the Poke Police on the giant spider on the wall.
Anyways,
you did definitely notice that when going through the crowded area, that people gave Smalls a bit of a berth.
Come on, it's the cutest bug type that exists.
It's still a spooter. People don't appreciate spooters like we do, look. And you think you see the coffee shop up ahead.
I think.
You see a coffee shop that's, you pretty sure matches the address. You go to the address and you see a coffee shop.
I will go in, but no hesitation.
You walk in and the waiter sits up from what they're doing. Welcome to... you see her look a little exasperated. Like, another one. Written on her face. Although you can tell that she's a little surprised by the size of you, as Rowan and Fiona walk in behind you. And you look around, and there seems to be a small party going on in the back corner of the place.
That's them. Shame I couldn't be happier to see them, considering... Is it the right time, though? Anyways, let's go.
You all congregate to the back, and to Tanya, you guys have just been enjoying yourself for a while now, and it's starting to get a little bit later in the day, and just as things are kind of winding down among you, some people join you.
More friends join. Hi, Fiona.
Fiona comes over and sits down next to Hestus with a big old smile on her face, with Hestus kind of like doing that slightly pulled back, like, who the hell are you kind of expression.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm sorry, I had to get...
As Marcus, you and Rowan walk up, Ram, you see Marcus walk up with a much, to be perfectly frank, older and slightly more intimidating, actually quite a bit more intimidating vibe to him than Reeve does. He's also very tall.
Oh, God.
And he's wearing, even now, like heavy duty hiking gear with some serious boots on.
Ram's gonna levitate over and land on Marcus's neck like, your brother, I guess?
I nod and I have to be... My expressions were like, I feel very on guard about something.
You see Rowan kind of like scan the whole group, a bit taken aback, but this is a bit more than he was expecting. This is a pretty big group, and it ends with him noticing Reeve, and Reeve noticing him and kind of having a momentary staring contest as they do the trainer. Shing!
Yeah, alright, man, it's time to fight.
Ram is gonna write in his notebook, "Be cool, bro," and show it to Rowan.
He looks at that and narrows his eyes, and he looks up at you with a somewhat concerning, knowing look.
Ram tilts his head and just goes, "Right, you."
You see one of his eyebrows raise ever so slightly. You can definitely tell this man is a lot more hardball than Reeve immediately.
I mean, Titania would be like, hey, Diva, Pearl, that's Marcus. Points to the giant float.
Yeah, he's kind of hard to miss.
Told you I'm in good hands.
I can practically fit in one.
I say to Ram, yeah, this is... Yeah.
Why is it snapping?
Because hope is a magnet. And Rowan will cautiously sit down at the same table with Reeve, Oracle, and Ram.
Ram is staring in Rowan's face, like very like awkwardly, and like says to Marcus, "So is this what you look like?"
You two looked very similar growing up, although everyone insisted that, but you didn't see it. Neither did he. Typical sibling thing.
These people would insist, yes, but Ram, one thing, it's very important, just... I'm going to whisper and say, remember that guy we fought back in the bird village?
Uh-huh?
I think he might be here in this town.
Bram is gonna involuntarily let out electricity. Like, what?
That draws some attention from everyone.
Yup.
I smell that cheap-ass cologne he uses.
Bram looks over at Titania like, help?
I mean, the thing is like, what? I mean, and gets close to you two, and when you tell what's going on, he's like, I mean, are you sure that he noticed us?
Not sure, but I wouldn't know that smell anywhere. He is in this town right now.
Yeah, and we don't want to attract his attention at all.
I know, you just...
Ram looks around the group like, we're attracting attention already.
Every one of us was with a trainer, kind of.
Look, I'm sorry to rain on raid, but I'm not going to keep you ignorant if there's someone like that here in this town.
Ram looks at Marcus like, you take brother thing, I'll take Reeve, Titania takes Aya, we get them all somewhere safe.
I mean, we could also just pretend that nothing has happened and stay on the alert.
I mean, that's better, but...
If we start acting sketchy, it's gonna be easier for them to notice us.
Yeah, good point.
Let's just enjoy some good times with hope. And then once we get out, we keep our ears, eyes, and nose out. And if we see him, or anyone that might be with him, well, we really cannot fight in the city. We tell Hawthorne. We run, and we tell Hawthorne.
Ram is gonna look at Oracle and say, do you sense anybody sus?
That does narrow it down.
Ram face palms.
I'll keep a mental eye out.
I'm going to see the notebook and ask in motion for the notebook.
Ram hands one to Marcus and pulls one of his 18, or however many he has, out of his bag. I got more.
Rowan and Reeve kind of look at each other as they sit down on opposite corners of this booth. Rowan is the first to ask. So who are you? Reeve? And you? Rowan? You a trainer? Yeah. Are you? Yes. So you know these guys? Reeve kind of looks over at Ram and the rest of the assembled the group. Sort of. You know her? Yes, she's my girlfriend. Good for you.
I'm going to write down. Okay, that's enough. I'm going to present it to both of them.
They look at it and they both kind of look at you with like raised eyebrows.
I mean, to be fair, it sounded very
I'm going to
passive-aggressive.
write. Don't turn this into a massive cockfight now.
Rowan looks unamused, but Reeve sputters for a moment. And Rowan gives you this look like naturally suspicious. He found out about all this shit about a few hours ago. He doesn't know what's going on.
I'm going to write. Okay. I'm going to direct this towards Reed and say, in case you know, I'll come clean, okay? Those two, I point to poor old Ava. I know you probably looked at the search history, but that was me.
Reeve sits back, crosses his arms. Uh-huh.
And I write, look, she didn't exactly have fingers back then, you know.
But she apparently wanted you to use the computer nonetheless.
And I smile and say, I also apologize for looking up Gachimuchi on it, so,
That was a first.
and I flash in this big red on my face, like,
So Reeve kind of looks over at Rowan. So you that guy's trainer? And you see Rowan kind of clench his jaw.
I write down, no. And I write down, friend of mine.
Sure do have a lot of human friends. I could say the same to you. I'm starting to feel out of the loop.
Ram's just gonna write down. We'll explain later. Hope Day.
Right.
And I'm going to draw, like, 3 hands pointing to Graham's sentence.
Okay. You see Rowan sigh and sit back. I'm going to go get myself some coffee. As you see him get up and walk to the front counter.
Ram follows.
I'm going to follow, might be like,
Ram,
Mm-hmm.
when you and Rowan get to the front counter, you see the person at the front counter, like, leaning to the side out the window, looking out of it, looking up towards the top rim of the window, and they are currently in a staring contest with Smalls.
Ram is face palming, like, oh god.
I'm going to tap
Then
the
Smalls' many
counter,
eyes turn from her to you guys as a little claw comes over the edge and waves at you. And the girl turns around, a little confused, And when she sees Rowan and you floating there at the counter, she's like, "Oh, sorry. Is there something I can help you with?"
A star encounters with this with the spider.
Caramel macchiato triple shot. Okay.
Ram gets right in Rowan's face and nods.
Make that 2.
Uh-huh. Ram is very happy.
Don't get drunk, Ram.
I face bomb.
Caffeine.
It's the shots are caffeine. I have no idea. I don't drink coffee.
Yes, caffeine.
Okay.
So
She
many
walks
caffeine.
away. She walks away, and you see Rowan pause for a moment before they pull out a little booklet from their vest, and they flip it open and pull a little tiny pin that was linked on the inside of it. As you see them write down the price of one of them and look at you and give you a slight devilish grin.
Ram is gonna shrug and point at Marcus and then float away.
And do you hear the little booklet clap close and get put back in his vest?
Damn it, this one's keeping count.
Yeah.
Ram's gonna float over to Titania like, I might need some money.
And she's like, not everyone is easily swayed.
They're just so easy. They're so easy to convince.
Well, I mean, it's not like we don't have the money, so whatever.
Ram is gonna begrudgingly. How much is this freaking drink?
A large caramel macchiato with triple shot. It's kind of expensive.
Oh, God damn it. Ram is gonna frown, and he's gonna write Hawthorne on a piece of paper and hand it to Rowan.
He's
and
waiting
write
for the drink.
IOU on it.
He's waiting on the drinks, and he's not back yet.
Good.
We have 8,945. left.
Oracle looks over at you, Marcus. I see things went well.
Mostly.
Oh, I also... Titania claps her hand and says, also, Marcus, here. And I, from one of the shopping bags, pull out a backpack for him, and I'm like, gift. And I toss it at him.
He tosses not a backpack, but a duffel bag.
Yeah. Oh, right, the duffel bag. Fuck, right. You're right.
Taps side of head. This is a pretty mean-looking duffel bag. It's roughly a backpack-sized for you. This would have been pretty big when you were human. Zer.
I look at it and say, even better than this. Then come over here. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Ram's gonna look at the group and just be like, so possibly Power Ranger in town. We have all these people gathered. What's the plan, guys?
Well, for now, it's to not get spotted until tomorrow when we actually speak with our respective friends.
What time is it? I say that in character.
It's somewhere mid 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's getting close. It's getting close to 7, and it's getting dark outside.
Yeah, Titania pulls out the phone and she's like, well, it's about dinner time. Though we have been eating until now.
Oh, shit. I suppose that could happen later, sometime this week, but,
Well, Ram was already thinking of inviting Reeve to Hawthorne's house. I was thinking on inviting Aya to Hawthorne's house. Why don't we invite your brother to Hawthorne's house too, for tomorrow?
Logical.
What did you say, Zero?
Logical.
Logical, okay. I heard right.
Ram is gonna write on a piece of paper and say, meet us at this address tomorrow, and then writes down Hawthorne's address, and then also writes, don't leave Aya alone until then, and then hands it to Reeve.
He frowns slightly, and Rowan notices the writing too, as you see him straighten his back a little as he sits back, as he had sat back down and gave you your coffee. He goes from. He immediately gets a signal that's, that's a flat. Reeve reads the note and frowns, looks back at you, and nods. The professor's house, I take it?
Ram nods.
I guess we'll finally find out what the hell is going on.
Bram awkwardly laughs. Yeah, I guess you will. God, I'm gonna owe you a bunch of money.
I'm going to write to Ruin and say, I'm sorry I put you in this.
He leans over to you and whispers, what the heck is all this?
I shrug.
Rowan looks at the address and looks at you, Ram, and looks at Marcus. I invited too. I'd like to find out what's been going on as well.
Ram looks at it. Okay, so Ram copies down the note and hands it to Rowan.
I mean, I just text Aya with the same.
He frowns at Ram. And he looks over at Marcus. I expect to find out what happened to my brother there.
Ram writes down on a piece of paper and says, my name's Ram, by the way. Nice to meet you.
He raises it. He raises an eyebrow and grins. And the one behind me is Titania. Nice to meet you.
Ram frowns and looks at Marcus like, this one's kind of an asshole.
I wave at him.
He raises his fingers in a half-hearted wave back.
I write down... Not without good reason, though.
I mean... yeah. Ram's gonna go sit on Marcus's shoulder and kind of stare daggers at Rowan.
And I flick the side of her head and it's like, be nice.
I'm friend. I am friend, not foe. It's safer.
You can definitely tell that Rowan is a very guarded person. If you didn't know any better, you'd almost call his vibe military. That's kind of the impression you're getting from him.
I don't think he likes me.
His expression is pretty neutral, and he isn't the easiest to read, especially without your training. And Oracle, stay silent. This is giving you some flashbacks to the first time you met Marcus. And how long it took him to warm up to everyone.
Ram frowns, like, not again. Ram's gonna look at Oracle and say, so, do we need to buy things for a party? Because I think we just invited, like, at least 18-ish beings to the house tomorrow.
They shrug. You've been downstairs, right? To the den?
Oh yeah, we're good. We're good.
It's huge like that because Hawthorne occasionally has Pokemon over to study.
Ah.
Temporary Pokemon transferred to him to examine, to study, that kind of thing.
How do you feel about Bentavines?
You seem to think for a moment. Those are grass dark ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the place should be fine. There's those 2 guest rooms in the back that you guys poke it into. I guess Rowan could take one, and, well, considering these 2 are courting each other, they could probably take the same bed.
I raise up a finger and say, "You know I've been staying in those rooms, right?"
Well, you're being kicked out because of human privileges. Or you could snuggle up with your brother.
I give Oracle this look like, bruh.
They tilt their head a little, confused. What? Oh, right, you humans are all touch side. Never mind.
Hug your bro.
Okay, and so one gets I'll eke out my own corner of the den. But still, if that's to be, come down to that.
So, wait. Fiona kind of speaks up. Are we inviting them tonight or tomorrow?
That's what I'm asking. Are they coming tonight or are they coming tomorrow?
Ram looks at Titania and is like, I thought Titania said tomorrow. I told him tomorrow.
I mean, depends how scared we are that they are gonna get bumped, but I don't think they are in that much of a danger. Like, by the way, this is a pretty big town, right?
Huge.
Yeah, I doubt that this town ever runs out of people at any time of the day, so bushwhacking somebody, unless they go into a dark alley, is not gonna be likely.
Ram's gonna write on the piece of paper and say, unless you want to come tonight, and then hands it to Reeve and just like kind of floats away.
I'm going to write to Ruin and say, where are you been staying anyways?
He shrugs. I arrived on the boat today. I haven't checked in anywhere yet. I thought I might go to the park and throw my tent down.
Oh, that's safe.
Like usual.
I put my hand on my finger. Well, I mean, God damn it, hand my finger. I mean, the hand on my chin and say, if you were well, it wouldn't mean giving up my bunk, but at the same time, if you want, you could probably crash at the professor's place. At least for tonight.
Ram's gonna look at Marcus and say, I don't like the idea of him staying in the woods with smelling cologne man.
And I write that down, what you said. I said, Ram doesn't trust funny clone Power Ranger man being out there with you.
He raises an eyebrow. Who? Never mind.
I write down evil man.
I mean, we know what they are called. It's Atlus.
And I write down.
No, but you see, they're funny. Like, no, I can't say the normal name because that won't be quirky enough.
I'm going to write down specifically Atlas.
Both his eyebrows raise a little bit as he reads the name. And he looks over, and Reeve sees it too.
Oh God.
As Reeve looks at it, looks over at Aya, and then Rowan and Reeve look over at each other and make eye contact. And their demeanor is different from before.
Oh god, the bros have seen the word.
See, they could have known this earlier if you guys weren't going like, haha, funny Power Ranger.
We
Rowan
didn't
is going to
necessarily want it to happen.
Rowan is going to look over at you, Marcus. I'm not leaving you alone even for a minute. Reeve looks over. I want to know what's going on. And you see Aya perk up with Hope still in her arms, looking a little drowsy and bloated.
Good.
Oh my god.
I'm sure he's done for the day.
As she gets a determined look on her face, I want to know what's wrong with Hope, and I want to know what happened. And I want to know what's been going on too.
And I'm going to reply to Ruin and say, "Does that mean you're my chaperone, Uwu?"
You see him take that picture, hold it up, and read it, and look over at you and make perfect eye contact as he pulls out his lighter and burns it.
That's a no, Marcus.
Without a word. Reeve chuckles a little at that. Well, I guess we'll go over tonight then. Unanimous? Rowan looks over. Unanimous. They both look at Aya. Yep. And you see Oracle lower their head and rub their eyes.
Ram nods at Oracle. Yep, my thoughts exactly.
Well, this is going to be fun. Let's... Rowan kind of looks outside, and he kind of looks... he looks like he's looking for someone, because he is aware that there's a missing member. It's getting dark, so I guess we should head there now and maybe find some things out. I agree. Rowan and Reeve get up and stretch a little. Oracle floats up to float next to Ram. Thank God everyone is so patient with Ram. And Fiona stands up too. As she smiles at Reeve, who blinks and at her, looks embarrassed for a moment. Oh, shit! Sorry, I didn't introduce myself to you. You are? Oh, I'm Fiona. Nice to meet you. And I'm Reeve. Yeah, I already know. And Rowan kind of grins and leans over to Reeve. She's a Pokemon. What? He looks at Rowan, and then to her, and then to Rowan, and then to her. The whole time Fiona's just standing there smiling. And he just narrows his eyes slowly at Fiona. Ditto. Nope. They're getting too good at this. That's what I thought. So what is she, a Rotom? Oh. You got a petition to have one put in your phone too? Yep. You rejected it too? Yep. Oh, don't be mean. Look, my phone is private. Nothing is private. You don't need to remind us of that. All right, can we... Yeah. Coming! She pauses as she gets up and looks down at Ava and Pearl. She kind of just touches one of the Pokeballs and looks to see the reaction, and they both grimace at her. Message received.
I pick up the foxes then.
A fox in each arm.
Yes, I dual wield foxes.
The fox dual wields foxes. We're reaching dangerous levels. As Hestus will follow along as well.
Dual wield foxes.
As everybody starts to filter out of the shop as quite a pretty huge group, and someone hops off the roof and skulls back down the wall. Damn, there's a lot of you.
Yup.
You see Aya flinch for a fraction of a second at the giant spider. But then she stops and looks at him. You're Fluffy. He kind of looks over at Aya confused. Yes. I wonder how Fluffy.
Concern.
Smalls gets on the other side of Reef. I don't know which one I dislike more. Being ostracized or too curious.
So curious.
And you guys leave the shop, pay your bill. Which had a few zeros on it.
Uh-huh.
And head back home to Hawthorne's lab.
Can Ram do one quick thing?
Yes.
Ram's gonna write a note. It says, "Don't be too mad at me, right? Or don't be too mad at me, okay?" And then hands it to Reeve.
So he takes the note and narrows his eyes at it and looks over at you. Like, what is this supposed to mean?
Mm-hmm.
Ram smiles and floats away.
And they will head over to Hawthorne's.
While we walk down, since it's gonna be probably Hawthorne to explain, than fucking God, and not me, I'm gonna send a message to Aya, and but by placing down one of the foxes, because I don't have the limb to message. It's not, and I send her a message telling her, after you get told who we are really, if you still want to, I can be your Pokemon.
Her eyes
conditions. With conditions.
Her eyes open up wide, a little wide for a moment. She looks at you and gives you that kind of look.
No, she says she writes with conditions.
You hurriedly type.
And if Estes allows it.
You hurriedly type with condition at the expression. And as you all start to head back to the lab, I will call a break here.
Mm-hmm.
I will call a 5-minute break, so get up, stretch your legs, do what you need to do. And I will be back.
This has been a nice, 2-hour break. Cool. Awesome.
All right, well, we can get something started real quick. After... Someone roll me a d6.
Not me. I'm not rolling a d6.
I'll do it. Okay, or not. I was getting antsy at the chance to actually touch something on the board. Seems not.
But eventually, after some traveling, oh no, this isn't supposed to be in there.
What?
The group, which makes quite a bit of a pretty decent-sized group, walking down the sidewalk, arrive at a pretty major-sized building, which turns out to be the lab. As the three humans look it over for a moment, before going through the gate around the perimeter and getting to the door.
By the way, can we spot anyone following us?
Inside alert.
Yeah.
I'm joining in because I'm paranoid.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
everyone
Ram would be
can
doing that
shoot.
too.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We each pick a direction. Oh la la, nope. I am too occupied with the foxes.
3.
You wielding foxes has a -10 to perception.
Yeah, minus 10 to luck.
Actually, it has a +25. None of you notice being followed.
Does Oracle?
They haven't spoken up.
So we're gonna assume yes. Everything's fine.
Until the Men in Black come in and fucking flash them. And...
Flashbang.
You hear like and turn around and see like Oracle float there a moment before they fall down and face plant on the ground with like 10 sleep darts in their back.
Oh, now death is coming.
You see Oracle pause at the door and wave their hand over it, and you hear a click. It's gone again. I'm not sure for how long. But we can move this along a little bit. As Ari.
Holy shit! Sorry.
You and Hawthorne and Dura are in the front living room, which is connected to the front door in a small hallway just in front of it. And you are both sitting and doing things. Hawthorne is reading what seems to be his 4th book on EVs. And you're kind of just chilling there before you hear a click from the front door. As Hawthorne looks up from his book.
There's a legion of people.
And then people start to walk inside.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
A lot of people.
And the more people start to walk inside, the straighter and less relaxed Hawthorne looks.
What the fuck?
Ram's like, don't freak out. Don't freak out.
Party time!
You see Hawthorne have this like disbelieving look with a slight tilt to his face, and then he's going to look directly at Ram.
I didn't do it this time.
Did you leak our secrets to half the town?
Ram is looking at Ari like, obviously not.
Just making sure.
Just, it wasn't my fault this time.
Oh, rather. Okay. Hawthorne crosses his legs and puts his hands on his knee. It's rather presumptuous of you to just walk into my house.
Ram writes on a notebook. He says, Reeve, Aya, Rowan, and then shows Hawthorne while pointing at each of them.
He sees the piece of paper and narrows his eyes, and he looks at the trainers, who are now like a little like, "Ooh, I don't remember inviting you here."
He's like, shit. Yeah.
Reeve is like, but Aya steps in. You're Pokemon invited us. My Pokemon invited you into my house. Yes. One of them can talk. And therefore it's legal. He narrows his eyes and he looks at Fiona. She shrugs. I see. What is your relation to these Pokemon? My what? Your relation. What's wrong with the Eevee? I will get into it in a moment when I find out who you are. Reeve seems to get a grip on himself and steps up. I'm Reeve. A trainer, I take it? Yes. I met these Pokemon earlier. Where I got to know them. They stayed at my house for a little while. I see. And they invited you here? Yeah. And you must be this Aya. Oh, so you already know about me. Perfect. Well, that streamlines some things. Yes. But who are you? I'm Rowan. Rowan. And who are you, Rowan? I'm an old friend of... Well, someone who was close to these Pokemon. Uh-huh. And now... I need to think about this for a minute. Close the door, make yourselves at home. I need to have a discussion.
Yeah, we kind of forgot to tell the owner of the house what we wanted to do.
Yeah, Ram is looking around for Leilani.
She's not in the room right now.
Where is my shelter? Where is my shelter?
Ram, Titania, Eri, you might as well join us. Marcus, can you come with me a moment?
Okay.
Oh, and by the way, out comes your bag to Eri for from the.
You have a backpack thrown at you, Eri. It's a nice bag.
Yeah.
Ow.
No, it's not thrown. I just give it to you.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Fiona, translator, you're coming with me. Right away. As Hawthorne takes you all to to his computer room, a few things down.
Wrong brakes and gem.
There's so many options.
Autopiloting.
Okay, I'm back. So,
Grabs the wrong brakes in.
Okay.
I was like, wait, is Estes doing something? No.
Estes just brings herself along like, I'm supposed to be here.
So you all walked in. Hawthorne was very defensive. And he was like, who the hell are you? And after a short talk with all of them, he sighed, told them to make themselves at home and close and lock the door. And then he pulled you all aside, Marcus, to talk with you. And he closes the door and he turns around and he kind of exhales through his nose and looks irritated at all of you. What are they doing here?
Ram raises his hand.
He looks at you with a look that could laser.
Oh. Ram lowers his hand and points at Marcus.
I'm going to speak up and say, so one of them says he's my actual brother, and I hear some interesting news.
Uh-huh. So you did manage to rendezvous and convince him of who you are, then?
Yes, but
which is something I recommended not doing. You're very, very quiet, sir. And he's muted himself.
There he goes.
A wanted fugitive might be in this town right now.
Of course there is. Why do you think we're being so careful?
Not anymore.
You don't get it? It's a poacher which we found hope. And
in all likelihood, they are probably much worse than a poacher.
Yeah, they're probably an admin of some kind.
I face palm and say, I give up.
So you convinced your brother against my recommendation, but your own, well, Pokemon, no, not man, but you get the point, and brought him back here? Why?
Because I did not feel safe having some Atlas Power Ranger take me in the night, middle of the night. Because he's going to say, "Oh, I'm going to tip out and plug him."
And you too. I knew you were going to have a coffee meeting with them, but you failed to mention that you intended to bring them back here.
Yeah, I'm having the same reaction as Ram.
Ram raises paw very slowly. They got attacked. I didn't think it was safe for them to be out without knowing what's going on.
They got attacked?
Ram looks at Titania like, hush, hush, yes, Reeve. I got attacked and Reeve had to deal with it, and I didn't want them out by themselves. I didn't want to ruin your get-together.
Now I'm more... I'm even more adamant that I want them to know who we are.
Excuse me? So you want to let even more people in on the secrets? I would at very least make a pass on account that Marcus was his brother, but as far as I know, these two don't have any relation to you whatsoever.
So you know when that town blew up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very aware.
They were helping us.
Uh-huh.
He's actually my trainer. Kind of.
He narrows his eyes a little.
And plus, she owns 2 of my Pokemons now, so I want to be closer to her, and that's not gonna fly without her knowing who I am. On top of actually knowing why they are getting attacked and being able to prepare themselves.
Well, you've already brought them here, and you've probably already let a few things slip. At this point, they would probably be so adamant in finding out that I can't simply kick them to the curb.
That would be a bad idea.
If you don't tell them, I will. Though you have a better way with words.
So that's how it's going to be. I see. Okay, fine. Have it your way, but if this ends up... Look, I'm sure you understand the risks of what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, I can't really stop it, especially with you making promises like that. So at the very least, I can run some damage control. Just next time you do something like this, please let me know ahead of time.
I'm sorry. I should have thought about it, but I had my hands full.
Ram's like, I didn't know they got attacked, and that kind of was the deciding factor for me.
Not to mention, I smelled cheap cologne that Power Ranger used, so...
I guess it can't be helped.
I mean, we've been together for like less than 24 hours, so...
Alright. I'll figure something out. I don't exactly approve, but it's... you're not a bunch of children, so I'm not about to punish you. I mean, what would I do? Write you a ticket?
You'd be
Why
the
am
one
I
paying
being
it.
grouped in with them?
We're gonna pay it with your money anyways.
Exactly.
You see him pinch his nose.
You got money?
Yes. But it's not really my money.
It's our money.
It's not our money either.
It's the government's
tax
money.
money.
So it's
He looks
our
over
money.
he looks over at Ari. Did you know about any of this?
Well, I mean, I knew what Marcus was going to do. I just didn't think he'd actually go through with it, nor did I bring them back with that mission. Like, it seems a little... I mean, you know, I'm glad he managed to get through to him instead of getting beat up, but, yeah.
I blame Smalls.
What the fuck?
I might as well make sure they get themselves comfortable. Fiona, come along. You four, well...
I mean, I'll come too.
I want to speak with them privately.
But
Ah.
we like we're nosy.
Guys, we should just let him be. He knows what he's doing.
I mean, Harry, don't you have something to tell us to distract us? Outside of character, by the way.
Wonder. I was gonna get to that. I was like, let him cool down a little first. But if you want to get right to the fucking point, okay.
As a Pokemon professor, I conducted a great deal of research, and during that time, it is within my rights to occasionally recruit trainers to assist me with that research. I guess I could put in a submission for the three of them to minimize suspicion.
I thought so too.
Yeah, we're gonna have other things to talk about after that. So
Okay.
I have abused my authority more in the past few weeks than I have in the entirety of my career.
Well,
welcome to
we
knowing
only
us.
came in today, so it's not our fault.
And I found out about you about a few weeks ago.
Ah, okay.
Welcome to the team, Hawthorne.
So it would seem.
I think we're grounded, guys.
You three are grounded.
Come on,
Yeah,
you didn't do anything.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah,
They're the ones who
you're going
brought
on
home
vacation.
trainers without permission.
So we're all gonna.
So, hey guys.
Oh God, what's that tone?
There's
something
okay.
wrong.
So how from the top. Okay. So you know how I haven't evolved yet?
Yes.
Yes.
Hawthorne kind of made me an offer I can't really refuse.
Is he pressuring you? Do we need to kill him?
No, I it just seemed like a good idea. So there's this some kind of, I think she was gym leader, some kind of master rock types. Big man.
So
Competent. And Hawthorne was like, hey, what if I shipped you all the way over to this remote island so she can train you? And I was like, yeah, you know what? Sure.
Oh, so when are we going?
Yeah. Are we coming too?
No, I'll be going.
What
Without
do you mean?
you guys.
What? Up.
For how long?
I don't know the details yet, but I'll always be within maybe a day's travel.
I mean, at least he's thought that through, but, are you sure about this? I mean, I'm not.
Why is the electric Pokemon behind me? do I need to hold the mouse?
Ram is pouting.
Ah, okay.
I just felt useless lately. I don't know. Realized after that fight, couldn't really do anything to that little bastard nuking us. Hell, I was the one who probably took the most brunt of the damage. From what it sounds like, you were the ones who got back up afterwards. I was just kind of sitting there, some kind of coward. I don't feel like I'm here in a way that matters. And besides, I feel like some people would be glad to see me gone. So
No,
don't say that. You're pretty strong, Gary. Remember when you cleaned up shop of all of those parasects? I barely did anything back then.
I'm not strong enough.
And you don't tell me you don't remember the time of the poulters.
Look, I have to do this, okay? And then I'll be back. And I'll be here in a way that actually does matter. Okay?
I put my hand, I steeple my hand, take a deep breath, and say, understandable.
I mean,
very well. I
And Aerie, hold on. Just before you say that, Aerie takes off her bag and just puts it in front of her. I'm not gonna need this. I have to keep a low profile. You guys can probably make better use of what's inside.
I nod and say, so you'll still be in with the day's trouble, right?
Yeah. Well, PC travel, you know how it is. You can apparently teleport with that shit. And apparently it's not harmful to the human psyche if it's done a certain way, but just travel, I don't know. I'm not a techie or anything. But yeah. For Hawthorne to contact me, he'll be implanting a chip in my ear. Which, I'd worry about being tracked, but honestly, I don't think that's a worry anymore. At least a worry that could be resolved, she says, looking at Titania.
I'm going to pat you on the head and say, well, if it means anything, I support you in this venture, you.
Thanks. And I'm sorry.
Ram is gonna come up to Aerie and grab her head and say, is this something you have to do?
Yes.
Then kick its ass.
Okay.
And then Ram's gonna go back to pouting.
One more thing. While I'm gone, please, I know we don't have a good track record, but for the love of God, don't do anything reckless.
Ram says nothing.
I look out the door and say...
Yeah, you know what? Aerie's looking specifically at Ram.
And I'm going to... I think everyone's going to look at him. It's
I'll be right back.
I want to say... Well, you don't have to worry about me. Brother's not going to leave me out of his sight, as he said.
Ram looks around at everybody like, stop looking at me. I went in the crystal after her.
I'm back.
Says the one who went on his own to some middle of nowhere mystery dungeon.
Yeah, honestly, I do feel like Eri would have reason to doubt Ram at this point.
I mean, Ram did go off on with his adoptive father to some doom dungeon that wielded his own psyche and past against him.
I had supervision, though.
Can I get the chance to roll, like, Insight Alert?
You had supervision and came back with a fucking dark plate.
The moment I say, don't do anything reckless, can I roll Insight Alert on Ram?
You can try.
Okay. Oh my god, all the chips gone on the floor again, fuck's sake. Ah! What are the chips just fucking full gone?
What chips?
I have to sacrifice them occasionally to Satan.
Ah, that makes sense.
Oh, Giratina? Okay.
Where did my...
Giratina is not Satan.
Yes.
Not today, Satan. Okay. Wait, does Alert use any modifiers? Yeah, it does. Okay. 1, 2, 4, 6. That's a 4.
Ram is doing that meme where it's like he's got his hands behind his back and he's whistling.
Ram?
Huh?
Yeah, you know what? Eri goes to her bag, just rifles through it for a second, gets the reviver seed out of it, and specifically hands it to Ram.
Oh. I will guard this with my life.
If you're gonna do something stupid, at least do it with this.
I will eat this if I'm gonna die.
That's reassuring. A little bit.
Ram is like tearing up like she's gonna be gone forever.
Be back.
Yeah, don't.
Then I'll probably be like...
Don't that for a second.
I'll probably be like 10 times as badass when I get back. And Eri is starting to choke up a little bit, but she's trying to hide it.
Ram's like, when everybody passed out, Hope gave me your water, I drank it all. Sorry.
Oh. Yeah, I'll miss you. Stay
Ram
safe.
Ram sits next to Bird and hugs Bird.
She reciprocates.
Weird. I'm trying to move Ram. It's not working.
Yeah.
Group hug. Group hug.
Yes.
Forcing Titania into group hug.
Oh, I don't know if I want that. Titania, maybe. No, okay. You know what? Sure.
I mean, there's something I wanted to say, but every time I think about what I want to say, it keeps on leaving my brain in like 0.5 seconds, and I'm like, fuck. I want to say something. What did I want to say? Wait a second.
Bro.
Oh, so she was basically just looking at you conflicted, and that's it. And then when it's pulled into the hug, she just hugs you. She just hugs. And maybe if it'll come into my brain again, I'll manage to keep the thought in my mind until I can say it.
Is this something that Titania would have forgotten? Or like...
I mean, I don't remember.
Okay, that's fair. I'm just wondering if it's something important.
No, it's not important. It's just character stuff.
No, okay. Alright. Easily distractible.
I keep on thinking, trying to grab the top back, but it's gone. Toss into the oblivion twice.
Fucking nice, dude. That's just me. That was me at the beginning of the session. God damn it. Like, ooh, do I have anything? Oh, wait, no.
Oh,
No.
again! Again! Fuck! I'm like, yes, that's what I want to say. Wait, what did I want to say?
Fucking hell.
My God. I'm like, alright, that's what I wanted to say. It's gone.
Functioning brainstem.
The room is filled with the sound of shattering glass. Where is he?
No, no.
Holy shit, it's Batman.
It's Batman.
Ram's like, I'm not doing anything.
What the fuck?
Not yet.
You sent the pillow.
I sent the pillow.
He sent the pillow.
But yeah, I give all my items to the party for the time being. I just give them up real fucking. I don't know how you guys should distribute this, but
I
have a
would suggest
fucking time.
there we go, because
I don't want that.
Let's see.
This is
Although
mine.
actually, yeah, he does get the reviver seed. Rem gets reviver seed unequivocally.
Crap, where's...
yeah.
Which one is it?
I'm not taking the intercept breakers.
There's so much stuff. Okay, this.
Yep.
I'm trying to separate the usable items, the consumable items from the equipment.
I'm gonna take the apricorn because I already have
It's
some.
here.
Can I take the alert charm? Can I take...
Yeah.
Ah, charm. Okay.
But
Oh,
I gave Air some good
I'm
stuff.
taking
You
this.
did. Yeah.
Where's your
I'm going
rock?
to swap out. Let's.
I don't see your rock here. Give you that
I
rock
would
with
keep-
feely.
Yeah, I know, but I'm keeping the Heartstone because that seems feasible for
Are-
like.
Yeah, you can keep an held item.
Are the bracers a held item or a garment?
Those
They
are
are-
a held item.
They are a
balance.
held item because of the power.
Yeah. So.
I'm taking them then,
That's fair.
because I have a
Okay.
lantern that I don't know what it does.
It makes sense.
Also, I'd like to take the fresh water. If anyone.
Yeah, no, take it. I think I still have some healing items.
Oh yeah, I already stole Ares' last one.
Actually,
So
I only have one use. I'm taking the Otter Orange Berry because I have one healing.
You know,
I
actually,
know I have the super potion too.
I'm
right.
expecting to be fed, so I'll just throw this at you guys as well.
Oh, the
I don't
food.
know if I'll need
Right.
it. Yeah.
Well, the meat, you guys can grab it. I'll grab the food. The
Yeah, I'm taking the meat.
Fucking ass.
And by the way, real quick, I'm going to equip the alert charm and take off my scarf.
Okay.
Salutes the scarf stealth.
I need to make the quick claw into a necklace or something.
Yeah,
That's something to work on.
that is.
Because, like, I can
Well,
take it, but I don't
probably
need
will
it.
want the quick
You
claw
all-
slash alert charm back when I get back, but like
You
you
take
guys
all
are
of
treating
Ares.
this like I'm dying.
Yeah, you take all of Ares' stuff and distribute it like a party member's died, and they're redistributing her.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
What's
pros.
the roll for the Sleep Seed? Dexterity plus channel?
Dex plus fight or channel. Wait, I forgot. Is Canalize is that channel?
Canalize is channel,
supposed to
yes.
be? Okay. Then yeah, Dex slash plus fight and channel.
That's
or
not how it works
Dex plus-
anymore.
Roll slash channel, I guess.
Okay. It's brawl channel. Okay. If it was.
Brawl and channel are both modifiers.
Yeah, brawl or
Okay.
channel.
It is
Oh wow!
dex-
So
it is dexterity plus tools, actually.
Dex plus tools.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
By the way, there's
Marcus,
Shouldn't it be
have your
something-
Sleep Seeds.
Shouldn't it be like one of the Dex plus tools slash brawl things, like the weapons?
Yeah, I
I can
believe
still
it
pick the
is.
fishing rod and
Okay.
the accuracy X.
Draw.
Accuracy, yes. And what's the other thing? Ah, the fishing rod without string. Okay.
Yeah, I stole 3 items. That's probably enough.
Ares just watching them dig into this shit.
At the same time, you see them pull out a fancy duffel bag and a bunch of new fancy backpacks and have to transfer all of their own stuff to the new packs anyway.
Yeah.
So you all just have a packing party. Like you're going on a trip.
I also gave them the new bag that I got. Both of the bags.
Ram is gonna hold on to Aries' bags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ram actually has Aries' stuff in Aries' bag in his bag.
Nice.
Okay.
Bag inside of a bag inside of a bag.
Nice. Based. Incredibly so.
No, wait, 2 of those are bags holding up!
Oh, and they're lost to the abyss.
Yeah.
This looks like Ram's lost on the datascape again.
Oh, no.
Let's go.
Anyway.
Sounds about right.
As you're all talking, you all hear a faint "what?" off in the
Oh, no.
Who is it?
Where's that tiny little fuck?
just trying to grab myself. Like, I'm in danger. I'm in danger.
Run!
I keep grabbing Airy. There we go.
God, let me go, you vulture.
No, I just wanted a hug. This was nice. I'm in danger.
Ram is the reviver seed. You're in the least danger.
You know, Ram is going to say that. Ram's going to say, I think I'm in danger now.
I'm in danger.
I'm in danger.
And Tijania is like, well, all lies crumble at some point. That's why I don't like to lie.
Well, maybe I shouldn't have hugged Aya so many times while locking eyes with Reeve.
Harry just sized.
The others look at you like, you did what? You did that on purpose.
I look at our resident mouse and say, rest in peace, you, then.
Well, hopefully I won't have to use that reviver seed immediately.
Ari just puts her hand on Ram's shoulder like, I gave you it for a reason.
Well, didn't think I'd be using it this quickly.
Yeah. I didn't either.
Can't even hide in Leilani.
Wait, in? Okay.
Shh, don't ask questions.
Of course. Yeah, no. I'm good.
I mean, we all know, I think.
Did I? I feel like I vaguely knew, but hearing him say it was like, oh, okay. Sure, I guess.
Do we, cautiously open the door?
Yeah,
the door creaks open.
Yeah. I go to check. I climb on top of Marcus to look inside of the crack in the door.
Levitates above Titania to look out. To look in. Ari can sit on my head and look. It's fine.
Ari just crawls on Titania's shoulders and looks around Ram.
You look into the living room, and the 4 humans are sitting there. Aya is just jaw on the floor. Reeve is pacing behind the couch, back and forth. Hawthorne is sitting in his chair, looking like dead serious. And Rowan is sitting there, blank-faced. How is You're not punking me right now. Do I look like I would lie about something like this? No. Well, actually, now that you mention it, Aya kind of looks over at him. Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. Oh my god, I bathed him. You did what? I bathed them both. He was in my room. He was with all of my electronics. He knew what they all did. He was touching them.
I grin.
And Rowan kind of sits back, puts his arms behind his head and leans back and grins over at Reeve. I hope you've been keeping track of the money you've been spending on him. Reeve freezes. Oh, that little Son of a...
Ram is like, I hate Rowan. I hate Rowan. I hate him.
Rowan, shit voice. Let's go.
Again, you hear Rowan speak up. If you randomly got turned into a Pokemon after a terrorist attack and got yourself murdered, I think you would probably take advantage too. Wouldn't you? I mean, what if you turned into something like Fluffy, like a Clefable? Shit. All I'm saying is that they've been stressed out, and maybe this is not something that they should have really been worrying about. I mean, I guess you have a point. Yeah, you know, like being hunted down by terrorists. Yeah, that they were probably hiding from in your house. Oh no, that's why we were attacked.
Yeah.
Aya kind of scrunches up her face. That's fine by me. I would have helped him even if I did know. I would have helped him especially if I knew. I mean, yeah, I probably would have too, but it's still like, ouch, you know? Well, what did you expect them to tell us about him? I mean, Rowan speaks up. Now, I probably wouldn't be too tight-lipped. If I was turned into a Pokemon and I had a way to prove it, I'd probably prove it. Which means there's probably something the four of them aren't telling us. A reason why they've been trying to go below the radar. You mean other than the terrorists? Other than the terrorists.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it was because of the terrorists. Yeah, the reason
might be because of the terrorists. We're not sure.
It's mostly the terrorists.
Probably the terrorists.
The Gardevoir knew.
So, what now? Hawthorne looks over him. What do you mean, what now? Well, I just found out that my brother is alive, and that apparently he's been genetically experimented on against his will. I'm not even sure if it's really him or just his mind. I don't really know either. The process is... Well, you have no fucking idea how Balin did it. And where is Balin? He was the reason that Sunstone was attacked. They kidnapped him and Dr. Strangelove. Yes, I know. He gets it all the time. So you've been looking for him, right? Well, yes. It was Atlas, right? We think so. Well, I want my brother back, and I don't want to have him spend the rest of his life running from a bunch of... Well, if they're the people that blew up Third Castle. Reeve and Aya look over. What? Yeah. I'll fill you in on that later. But apparently the four of them were involved in that as well. I mean, I kind of suspected it because, you know, they said their goodbyes and left, and like 2 hours later something exploded.
I still blame Smalls for that.
So I, you know, and then everything that happened afterward. Yeah, well, as far as we can tell, the four of them came across a lab underneath Third Castle that either was Atlas or the people behind Atlas. And some very questionable things were being done there. Questionable how? Well, you know the recent string of disappearances. They both go completely pale. You can't be serious. It's, well, all kind of heavy. Rowan speaks up. Why the hell are you telling us this? You realize that the more you tell us, the deeper a hole you're putting us in. Well, you can blame your friends for that. But at this point, it's safer for you to be informed than not be informed. So you understand the danger that you're currently in at present. I understand the danger. What I don't understand is what we're going to do about it. Pardon? I'm not about to sit around and just hide. I want to resolve this so my brother can walk free like he's supposed to. Maybe even turn back human if that's what he wants. I haven't really talked to him about it yet. Well, for that to even be remotely possible, and I'm not even sure it is, we would need Professor Balin. And to get Professor Balin, we would need to find him. I know. I know that Aegis has some people looking into this. Are you saying that I want in? That's a strong maybe. I don't think she's going to be entirely happy that you three even know about this, so I'll have to work something out. Meantime, make yourselves at home and try not to stress them out any more than they already are. They've already had an attempt on their life like a week ago. Aya goes a bit pale.
It was like 2 days ago, not even.
A few days ago.
And literally yesterday?
Rowan kind of looks over at... Reeve looks over at Rowan. You sounding like you knew about half of this already. He frowns. Marcus told me beforehand. So when you said that you were... Yeah, I was lying. What about Hope? Hope? The Eevee? They were a victim of Atlas's experiments. You see her, she clenches her fists. Apparently they did a lot of experiments regarding their DNA, and it's resulted in some damage that honestly should make them extremely sick and maybe even dying, but remarkably they are at least somewhat functional. So I was going to repair the damage that was done to them in that time. Reeve looks over at Aya with a look of concern. And Ram.
Mm-hmm.
You feel a slight buzzing in your head for a moment.
Ow-ish?
For now, I suggest you all take some time to absorb what I've told. And like I said, these people have been killed, they've been on the run, had their memories wiped, and have been turned into Pokemon. So I would advise that regardless of what they might have taken advantage of in the past, that, all in all, I think they were rather justified. And that further stressing them out is probably something that I wouldn't personally appreciate very much. Especially since I'm working with them. And it has been a slippery slope of trust trying to get them to do what I want to begin with. They don't totally trust you? Do you blame them? No. Good. Well, I've got to go make a few dozen phone calls. I showed you enjoy the guest rooms in the back. There's only 2, so you're probably going to have to share one. That's fine. Reeve looks over at Aya when she says that, a little concerned. Meanwhile, you've noticed that there are no Pokemon in this room. They were all sent away, which you can presume they're down in the den. These guys aren't here.
Oh, time to go to the den.
You're gonna go down there?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are done, and I pick up Eri from my shoulder and put it on Marcus's shoulder and climb down.
Oh. Ram looks at Titania like, we need flowers.
Flowers?
Reeve needs to treat his lady right. We need to, like, get their room all lovey-dovey.
Oh, God.
We need flowers.
Us?
Yeah, because he sucks at this.
Look, I get it. We've been away from the internet for a while, but you don't need to make your own porn set.
No, he's Eri.
I mean, unless, first, where do we get the flower? Second, are we messaging him to play along with this? What? Imagine him entering in a room full of flowers with his girlfriend.
You hear the humans walk past the door you've been peeking through down the hallway.
Yeah, I'm not there anymore. I'm already behind Marcus talking about flowers.
Ram's like, I'll get Reeve. He's doing a bad job. I've talked to him anyway.
I guess I'll look if I find any flowers. Did I see flowers anywhere near at any point?
Yes, growing in the garden, outside, and in the greenhouse that you would need to eviscerate.
Well, I'm going to the greenhouse then. I don't want to go out right now.
Ram is zooming after Reeve.
I'm gonna go to the greenhouse and...
Inside the greenhouse is a lot of plants. A whole lot of plants. Some of them, there's definitely a garden for sustenance, homegrown vegetables, but there's also a lot of other plants that you can't really identify very well. That would be insight nature. Well, clever nature.
So 2 dice. Yep. My clever is 2. Yep, 2 dice. Do I add do I add the half of my survival? I don't remember. Survival. Yeah. What the fuck am I saying?
Logic does apply to nature rolls, and it's clever. It's a clever roll. Half logic applies.
Okay. So one more. Well, it's 2 success. No, 1 success.
Hey, Eri, give me that insight alert as well. Give me that insight. Give me that clever nature as well.
Okay. Clever nature. Okay. So.
Let's just spread the drugs all over there.
Yeah, I think that's good enough.
Yeah.
I wager. You go around and you notice that a lot of these plants are very pretty. A lot of them have very bright flowers, but you also recognize that they're not there just to be pretty. These are significant plants that have uses. And as you kind of pause over them, you see Titania looking close and examining a bush of very vibrant red flowers with yellow centers that seem kind of close to not a rose, but it's got that red, that vibrant red to it. She's looking it over, maybe considering this for what Ram wants, and you happen to know that that plant is horrifically poisonous.
Yep.
Hey, those things are poisonous?
Titania sighs and says, well, outside I go.
Yeah, and most of the things in this greenhouse have, actual uses outside of, being someone's... I guess.
You see some blue ones right. You see some blue ones right next to you, Eri, that you happen to know are very fragrant and beautiful looking, and they also have a slight Well, there's a chemical in that fragrance that is a very slight suppressant.
Oh.
Okay.
Meaning it is something used to calm nerves and chill out.
Do you want to sleep in them? That doesn't seem like a good idea.
Although, actually,
that would be fine.
Maybe those two would appreciate these ones.
It's fine. Doesn't make.
No, they're not poisonous. They're a natural calmer.
You happen to know that there's a process that you don't fully know yourself. You'd have to look it up, which with the power of the internet. But the chemicals in these flowers are usually extracted, and they were acted as a kind of bushcraft natural anesthetic.
Okay. Well, I mean, could I take those? Like, do I need to completely devastate all of the flowers, or can I pick like 3 or 4?
Yeah, shouldn't we ask Hawthorne if we're okay to be taking from his...
You saw Hawthorne go to his computer room and crack his knuckles for an email session.
Yeah, no, I don't care. I care more if I need to destroy all of the plants to...
You can clip a couple off without annihilating the plant.
Okay, so then I'll grab a couple of them to spread the petals around, and I make sure to make sure that not all of the plants die in there. with the help of Eri, if she's gonna help.
You poke one, you hear a very Ram hears a distant psychic whine as the plant slowly dies. Yeah, as he has developed the psychic power to hear plants scream. Now he has to levitate everywhere because when he steps on the grass, he hears it.
Screams.
Mary will help with dismembering the flowers, but she's not happy about it. She's like, I feel like we should get permission first, but okay.
I mean, as long as more of them are gonna grow, and we don't take them all, since we might need them, that's fine if we grab, like, a couple.
Alright.
You snatch it.
Yep.
Ram, did you go down the hallway to follow Reeve and Aya?
Yes.
Oh, by the way, since we are dumb, room 1 or room 2, Ram?
I will be able to smell it, whichever one you want.
Okay. So, room 1 it is.
The door is closed, Ram.
Knock on door?
Which door is closed?
Yeah, what door is closed?
The door that Aya and Reeve are in.
Ram is going to knock on door.
There's no response.
You do hear groaning and munting from the inside, though. Weird, huh?
I mean, they aren't in the guest room already, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Knocks louder? Ram is actually like yelling into the door like, hey! But, you know, it just sounds like Raichu.
You hear a couple of hurried steps, and you feel a ping of pretty intense irritation as the door cracks open and you see Reeve's face. And he spots you immediately. And he frowns pretty deeply. Hey, we're having a moment here.
Ram frowns, and he's like, and he writes down, I'm sorry. I know this is stressful. We are getting your room ready. Just act like you knew about it.
He kind of looks at you confused. I'm in my room.
Oh.
Easy.
Well, then just wait here. We'll be back. The ram's gonna fly over to where everyone else went with the flowers.
I mean, I'm coming there.
Oh.
So we probably
run into each other.
Way. Yeah. I'm like,
how'd it
here's your
go?
flowers.
I think I'm interrupting.
Yeah,
Oh. So they were. You know what? Okay.
The thing is, like, of course. Well, have your flowers, and I show a handful of petals in your hand.
Yeah, it just gives her, or gives him her petals, and it's like, all right, good luck.
Ram is gonna go to the door and use sweet scent. Aromatherapy.
4 arms emerge from the crack of the door and take hold of you.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
The last thing you all hear is a screech and the sound of a slamming door.
As I'm being eaten. Yay.
Oh.
Meanwhile, as I am meditating, I hear that and I'm like, okay.
That didn't really happen. That was my joking tone. Notice the joke.
Yeah, I thought so.
The door cracks open again.
Ram is gonna hand the flowers and just leave.
You hear him. You see he's slightly confused as you hand the flowers to him, but he seems to almost recognize them for a moment as his face softens up a little bit. And you hear him mutter a quiet thanks as he closes the door.
Ah, yes, drugs. Mm-hmm.
Ram's like, yep. He's pissed. Okay, well. Ram's gonna float on back over to Titania, like, yep, I'm definitely gonna get murdered.
Well,
I'm there too. What the fuck?
Oh no, Titania knows some of the bullshit Ram's pulled. It's fine.
Titania just chuckles and says, well, you have 2 foxes to keep amused.
Oh yeah, we gotta give Soul his pillow.
All right. I mean,
What?
What? Blanket?
I want to see that too.
Why are you giving Soul a... All right, you know what? Sure.
Ram's gonna look at Ari like, you guys may have been unconscious, and I may, things. Okay, well I'm taking this now. Ram's gonna go find Soul.
Okay.
I follow. I want to see.
You don't find them anywhere upstairs, which means they're probably in the den.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna head down there?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
As you go down there, you hear a bit of commotion.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Down there. As who's with Ram?
Me.
I am.
I'm assuming all of you, unless Marcus left the greenhouse.
I guess I'll come too.
You guys go downstairs where you hear a bit more commotion than there usually is, and kind of round the corner. So you guys are like, but what if they get attacked, right?
Uh-huh. Edwale?
Adwale the god.
Run!
Yeah. My
Friends!
god.
Friends!
The army.
Friends.
All of the beans.
Yeah, I'm dipping out.
Petting
And I walk back out the door.
Marcus backs away slowly.
He got too flustered after seeing the gay swordsman.
Marcus uses teleport.
Yeah.
Here he goes.
Yeah, Marcus needs to learn a very specific teleport that he cannot use in battle, but he can use it automatically to get out of any social situation.
Exactly. I wish I knew that teleport, dude.
You see a lot of Pokemon. In fact, quite a few Pokemon that you guys haven't met before, and maybe even don't recognize.
Mm-hmm. I mean...
As they all seem to be mingling and talking to each other finding out who the hell everyone is. Who they, quote, belong to, quote. Leilani seems to be enjoying having someone of her size to communicate with.
Yes. Yeah. Two chunky boys.
As you,
a chunky boy and a chunky girl. Yeah.
Sol, Efreet, and Adwale seem to all be talking to each other when Ram floats up, as they all kind of turn to you. As Sol kind of looks at you. You really brought home some guests.
Ram smiles so big, and he points at Adwale like, he saved my life.
They look over at Adwale, and Adwale looks back at them and shrugs. Falling buildings. Falling. Okay. You guys really seem to owe a lot of people a lot of favors.
Yup.
Ram very awkwardly goes up to Adwale, whether he likes it or not, and hugs him and says, "Thank you. I didn't get to say this before."
You were engulfed by the fluff in the attempt. As he kind of just stands there equally awkwardly and not sure how to respond before he kind of blows it off, trying to look cool. It's fine, whatever.
Yeah, you're so cool. Okay. Thank you. No, seriously. Thank you. You saved me.
I'm pretty sure I would appreciate it too if someone saved my life. No problem. Seriously.
Yeah, thanks for keeping your word and watching out for us. Didn't really think that was going to be the way I'd have to have you as backup, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, I didn't think that's how I would be backup either. Just doing what I do.
Ram is gonna float down and look over at Sol and say, "And I owe you an apology for being an ass, so I bought you a present."
He kind of blinks. What?
Present's present.
He sees the giant pillow with the sun on it. Oh, you didn't have to do that. I know you. I've had a bit of time to think about it, and I know you were probably under Arceus above knows how much stress. So I'd already kind of like forgiven you for it, but thanks.
I mean, I didn't forgive myself for it, so...
Fair enough. He takes the pillow up in his psychic grip, and you see it float over to another pile of pillows.
Yes.
Another for the collection.
Ram's sitting next to Wale like, I feel safe now, so I'm just gonna chill here. Looks over at Wale.
He chuffs a little. All right. Uh-huh. I mean, to be honest, doing things like that and getting strong was the whole reason I tolerated getting caught. And, you know, it's had its perks, too. He kind of rubs the back of his head.
Ram's like, well, I may be learning about those soon. Voice trails off.
You hear something choke on a glass of water in the background. As you see, as a little ways away, you see Hestus choking on a glass of water. Who I might mention, overheard most of the conversation and knows.
Waves at Hestus. Hi.
Adwale looks down at you. Oh?
Uh-huh.
Nice. So, you don't... Are they making you do it? You sound like a little on and off about it.
So... Funny story. We have the same trainer.
What?
Uh-huh. Not like officially, but unofficially.
Man,
officially.
That's right. That's right. When we were at the hospital, Reeve called dibs on you. I guess that got taken seriously.
Yeah.
Huh.
Do you know if he happens to have any luxury balls?
Not off the top of my head, but I know he can afford one.
Okay. Yeah. Good to know.
Oh, you probably don't have one yet because you're all a bunch of wilds, which I call bullshit on, by the way.
Yeah, it's only kind of bullshit.
Recently released at minimum.
Yeah, buddy, there's a whole lot you need to get filled in on.
Well, I wish you good luck and, success.
Ram whispers to Adwale, I'm human. Ram's not laughing. Pats Adwale on the head.
That's a funny joke.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? It's not, though.
They look over at Afreet, and Afreet looks over at them, kind of blank faced, and they both look down at Soul, who's kind of like, and then he looks back at you. They can do that? I mean, I saw some pretty crazy things over at the sanctuary, but damn. We should do that to all the humans. What?
I don't suggest it.
Soul looks over. Pardon? Well, I mean, it gives them superpowers, and then evens the playing field.
That's not a healthy way to think.
Yeah, it kind of involves death, so maybe not.
Oh, never mind. Fuck no. Damn, that's some intense therapy.
Yeah, it's pretty metal.
More than that, I think it involves having Pokemon relatives or something like that. Like Pokemon blood and DNA or something like that.
He's dry heaving. The sound of that.
Oh, so it took some humans in the past finally removing the stick up their ass?
Probably. Though I prefer calling it for
already fucking long stick, I'll tell you what. Pretty much the only thing on the face of this planet that refuses to get along with anything other than themselves.
Yeah.
You realize how that looks, right?
In our defense, our ancestors agreed.
They also made technology to put us in little tiny boxes.
Which are very nice, by the way.
Yes,
as I
very
hear.
nice. Meanwhile, Tanya, you see the foxes and the fox dog cat all hanging out together under the supervision of Electric Death Spider. Nice. And they seem to be talking with Grandpa Turtle.
Nice. What they are talking about?
They're mainly just getting introduced. Something about old Grandpa Turtle has caused Deva and Pearl to tone down things. Because it's a nice elderly Pokemon, which immediately disarms people.
Nice. I mean, I join in. I want to be introduced to the Pokemon I don't know in here.
It's quite a few of them.
Yeah, a team word, I think. It's Colin, Percy, Gigant, Jer, and that's it, I think.
You see Colin nod. I'm with Master Rowan, as is those three. He gestures kind of with the tip of his head towards the big guy, which is having a pleasant conversation with the giant Gudra. The Sceptile, which is hanging out in the corner, leaning against it with his arms crossed, and the light above him is off.
Of course. The edgelord.
No, the light is on, but they seem guarded. Funnily enough, the one interacting with him over there in that corner is Seal.
Yeah.
The Seal and the Lizard have a confrontation.
Yeah. Two starters facing off.
And Bird is over there sitting in a pile of pillows being Bird and just watching everyone.
Nice.
And really, it's just the hustle and bustle of people finding out who people are. Some pretty major variations. Harry, you overheard most of the conversation and see an equally large group of Pokemon. You also saw Marcus immediately do a used U-turn.
Just kind of looks behind her like, okay. No, that figures. I don't really want to talk to any of these people. I'll be real.
I mean, I'd literally just do introductions and then, find a corner.
You find out that which ones are Rowan. You find out which ones are Aya. You already knew that. And you already know who says Reeve, and you've been living with the others. More than anything, it's obvious which ones are Rowan, because those are the ones you've never met.
Well, they are all gigantic.
True.
So, Smalls comes up. So, I haven't gotten the full rundown yet, but I've been overhearing bits and pieces. Hey, Ram, could you come over here?
Ram floats. Where am I floating? Float.
Oh.
So I'm a bit out of the loop. So I just want to get with the program here. You're talking. I was hearing that talk you were having with Adwali over there. It sounds like you're planning to get yourself caught.
Yes.
Yep.
Ram looks over to Tanya and okay, same idea. Okay, cool.
Okay. All right, Kinky, continue.
And Rowan mentioned something about you training, Ari?
Huh?
Are you going somewhere?
Rowan knows? Alright.
Not Rowan.
Oh.
I just noticed that you gave everybody your shit.
Yeah. I gonna have to go for a little while. Over to some island in the south.
And how the heck are you doing that?
Teleportation.
Teleportation.
You know the Datascape? That thing? It's like that, but without all the debilitating side effects that will probably kill me if I stay in there for too long.
Don't you have...
Is Hawthorne catching you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Probably.
Fist bump.
If she has to go along with the fact that he's
all right. So hold up here. You're getting caught by Reeve. You're, if I had to bet, Aya.
Yep.
You're gonna get caught by Hawthorne, and they kind of look over at the entrance that Marcus immediately left with. I wonder if Marcus is planning to let his brother catch him.
Maybe.
Maybe?
I don't know if they'd be happy with that.
He shrugs.
I mean, it would be weird for sure. But yeah.
I mean, at the same time, it's probably the one person that Marcus really actually trusts.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I've been hanging out with him for a while now, and he fucking hates his mom. He doesn't know where his dad is, although he definitely cared. So I would guess that made Rowan the only family member he really knows where they are.
Yeah, this man has a lot of daddy issues.
So, like,
Always in one.
if he would trust anyone, it was probably him. And it really is safer to get caught than not get caught. And if the three of you are doing it, he's probably going to start thinking about it himself if he isn't already.
What are you talking about? Are you jealous?
I have no.
Do you want a trainer too, Smalls?
I'm not a
Oh,
human.
you want?
Oh, Smalls, I would catch you if I could.
I would put you in a PokeRole and a hut. Put you in a really fancy box. Tropical Island. Ooh, I mean, I like those.
Yeah, how do you feel about tropical islands?
Yeah.
I like them. I've never been to one before, but I've seen them in the news.
Oh, I should take you some time.
I'm not exactly a well-traveled spider. I've lived most of my life in electrical ducts.
Yeah.
I mean, Aya thinks you're fluffy.
She does think you're fluffy.
Yeah. I'm still trying to gauge that reaction.
She's interesting.
Look, this isn't about me being caught. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of it because I like my freedom and I blah 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 blah.
Freedom with benefits.
Yes, whatever. The whole thing is, I was getting sidetracked. How long are you going to be gone? So you're letting Hawthorne catch you and transfer you back and forth using their fancy human magic systems. How long do you plan to go out there?
I don't know. I haven't talked out the details with him yet.
I mean, we do gotta wait around for a few weeks for Hope.
For sure.
Who's probably going into the box tonight.
Yeah.
I hope you'll be back by the time we're back into the tribe. We have stuff to do. Together.
Yeah. He kind of looks over his shoulder. Well, I don't think anyone is going to get anywhere by trying to try anything around here. They will get destroyed.
Yeah.
I've only met some of these guys right now, but I can already tell that some of them I wouldn't want to fuck with.
Yeah, don't piss that Wale off. I don't suggest it.
Yeah, noted.
Okay, I get we'll have stuff to do once we get back to the tribe. You know what? I'll
Practically have a small fucking army here.
if I do have to stay for a bit longer, if anything happens, I'll be pretty close. Okay, I'll be on another island, but you know how the PCs are. You know how fast you can just go across the entire fucking earth.
Yeah, but remember that if something happens, we have to get the word to Hawthorne. Hawthorne has to call you. You need to get teleported, and then come to us.
Yeah.
So it would be better if you were already with us.
Ram hugs Aerie and is trying not to cry.
Well, I guess you're all making leaps and bounds. I guess you don't really have much choice, do you, though?
Ram kind of looks at Smalls and says, well, I kind of have to have you do something with me.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that. What do you have?
Yeah, so you know that Z crystal I found?
Uh-huh.
You know you're the only other one that can use it, right?
That one, yeah.
Yeah, how's your dance moves?
Stupendous.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to train with me too.
I have 4 more legs than most people.
Well, get ready to use them, buddy.
Right now?
I also have crippling performance anxiety, so I can't prove it.
No. Unfortunate.
We're gonna get through it together, buddy.
Do we
Yes, I
have
am.
a dance? Is that necessary?
I don't know yet. We'll find out. That's what it looks like on the TV shows, though.
You were great when
It's
you
less of a
helped me
dance.
during my concert.
Look, it's less of a dance and more like one flashy pose. Can you pose?
Yeah.
Unless you're an Eevee, in which case you summon your whole ancestry to help you.
Yeah.
You what?
What's it called? The Avium X? Avium Z?
Eva Boost? Evium Z?
Max Evo Boost.
Actually, it's Extreme Eva Boost.
Yeah, but I was talking about G-Max Evo Boost.
Excuse me?
That's when you giga to max EV and then Z Evo Boost.
Sure.
Ram is gonna pat Smalls on the back and just be like, imagine shooting out an electro web so large that everyone just dies immediately.
Nice.
Yes. Dance moves. That's all you needed to learn.
If I must dance to unlock ultimate power, then I shall dance.
Attaboy.
On the corpses of our enemies.
Okay.
Exactly.
In all seriousness, though, yeah, I guess. Sure. I guess at least it's important that I at least figure out how to do it myself. That's something very handy for a Pokemon to have under their metaphorical belt.
Yeah,
but I
because
ain't getting caught.
I mean, if I fall in battle, I mean, you know, I'm kind of squishy. So, like, if I go down, you can always grab the crystal and kind of take over. Revenge kill.
Well, hopefully not revenge kill, but sure.
Yeah. Ram hugs Ari again, remembering she's leaving.
Okay.
Yeah, and here you thought they didn't like you.
Oh no, that's more referring to one person.
Titania.
I went in a crystal after you.
Saying she hates you is like saying that Ram hates me.
He doesn't?
Ram pats Smalls on the head. Just keep thinking that, buddy.
He narrows his eyes at you.
Ari looks at Smalls and is like, oh, yeah, by the way, if I don't get back before you guys get to the tribe, give Shoko my regards, okay?
Ram is bawling again.
Christ almighty.
Stop making him cry.
Stop giving him... Hey, buddy. You see, he reaches out one of his spider legs and puts it on your shoulder. Buddy. Stop giving me red flags right now. When you get back, you can give him your own regards, as well as a postcard from whatever place you're going to.
Is Steam dead?
Huh. That actually doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Verdun died, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna be soon to follow.
Awesome.
I haven't even seen him leave yet.
Oh,
there he
yeah,
goes.
there it goes.
Oh, I saw the icon of the connection thingy.
Yeah, it's dead. It's at the bed.
I'm still there at the moment.
Fail. Yeah, we're still there for now.
Oh, at this point, because Ari has over-dramatized it at this point, Ram is now holding Ari and floating with her.
Nice.
Uh,
Ari got kidnapped.
We're gonna spend so much time together until you leave.
okay.
Good. You have somebody.
Well, you have two somebodies too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're all kind of starting to make me jealous.
Ram's like, I can't pick you up too.
You used to.
Oh, you got bigger.
I know. All it took was dying to, change that.
Yeah, by the way, rage mode?
Rage mode?
You
Rage
went
what?
rage mode. Did we talk about this yet?
I don't remember anything about this, no. Matter of fact, I don't remember a lot about that fight.
Yeah. That's okay, buddy. You're alive. It's fine.
What is rage mode?
You pulled a Marcus.
I don't know what that means.
You came back from the dead, roared, and started killing things.
This is news to me?
Yeah. Yeah, it's. I think Hope was traumatized a little bit. It's fine. Just don't roar near Hope anytime soon.
I haven't actually tested what I sound like when I screech like this now.
Don't do it now, please.
You're gonna get thumped by about 30 Pokemon if you do that. They're just a little on edge, probably. It's fine.
Now I want to see it.
Well, you're gonna have to wait.
Start screaming.
No, don't.
No.
Well, I do know screech. So it's actually painful. If you guys think this is what's best, go right ahead. I'm not about to tell you what to do. After all, I kind of got nowhere else to really go, so mazel tov.
Yeah.
I mean, we are gonna stay with you, Smalls. Don't worry.
You're with us, buddy. We won't leave you like Ares leaving us.
The thing is, like, pet therapy is still on the table.
Oh yeah, and Smalls, if anything happens to these two, I'm coming after you.
I appreciate it.
No, thank you.
And if you get killed out there, I'm making sure you turn into a ghost Pokemon so I can kill you again.
Oh, that's a deal I can get behind.
Any preferences?
I say strangling, but I'm not that kind of person.
That.
Strangling a ghost type? Not possible.
Rap.
Not if you're not trying hard enough.
Well, I heard that there was this Lopunny this one time that crushed a ghost type between its eyes.
I don't know, you two. Oh, and now it's everything
Go
down.
on.
Oh my.
Are you guys alive or am I dead?
I'm here.
I'm actually I'm actually not joking. There's apparently a pretty crazy mega Lopunny out there.
Are you gonna die?
Can you hear us, Lokill?
Lokill?
Lokill!
No, Lokill's dead.
Lokill's gone.
Yep.
Start the celebrations.
I could hear him. I could hear him.
I heard him for a second.
We can hear him, but I don't think he can hear us. But it's getting around that time anyway.